in the world.
Northwest.
Yeah, we might as well go then. Alright, so welcome back to the Inner City Podcast. Today we're joined with Courtin, all the way from Liverpool.
We're joined by half a Courtin.
Oh yeah, half of it.
So we've got Sean and Sean.
And we're Luke and Luke, yeah, so it all works out quite well.
Sean squared.
Yeah.
Do you have like nicknames for each other? Because
Everyone always asks
if
us
you
that.
both call Sean.
People say, does it not get like confusing? Like, no, it doesn't really.
Yeah. Like it just tends to be like people like refer to us, and then you can usually tell who's getting spoke to. Like I'm sure you.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's not like when you're in a conversation with your mates, you're saying a name each time you speak to them. You just look at them. Don't
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but people seem to think like we must have like some like rigorous system of how you refer to the two of us.
It's not that complex, is it?
Yeah, exactly. Like when we're in practice, I think you said your rule is that like if someone says Sean like more than once and I don't say anything, you know.
So
it's
you wait for
probably-
two Sean's before you respond.
Well, it's a similar situation with us. We don't really get confused.
No, we don't.
Do we?
I think it's like Sean's quite a popular name as well. So when I was in primary school and secondary school and sixth form, like in all my classes, there was at least like one other Sean, and so I'm just like used to it now. So in a band with a Sean, I'm like, okay,
Standard.
that's fair. Yeah.
In our defence, though, we do exactly the same thing. So when everyone wants Luke, it doesn't really matter which one of us they get. To be honest, like one of us will answer.
So we were supposed to do this last week, but you had a megabus hangover, didn't you, from Glasgow?
Yeah.
This needs explaining.
How did that go?
Well, we went into Glasgow to play in broadcast with the Monocasters and St Duke's.
You were headlining, weren't you?
Yeah.
We headlined, surprisingly.
In Glasgow as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Exactly.
We
Yeah.
didn't expect that, considering
around.
we've never been. It was like our second out of town gig because we've only played Liverpool and then we played the Castle here the other week, and that went really well. So we booked like an 8-hour coach down because it's all we could afford with the fee. So it was
Otherwise,
like,
you end up losing.
yeah,
on playing the gig.
exactly. We wouldn't have any like band fund left, so we trekked down National Express. We got there. We left at like 11 in the morning.
Yeah.
Got there at 6,
Yeah.
and then
Fucking hell.
we got
11 till you set off at 11 in the morning. Got a 7-hour journey.
With
Yeah.
the change at Manchester.
yeah.
Did you drink on the way?
No,
Nah.
because you can't drink on a National Express,
Mm.
as we learned the other day. I think you can drink on a megabus,
Yeah.
but you
Yeah.
can't.
Oh,
drink
definitely on
on
the
a
megabus.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
what
made
they're
for
made
drinking them. Yeah.
Like
So they got a bar in the back.
we sat down and then you just heard them go, yeah, there'll be no drinking on this coach. I'm like, shit.
Oh, fuck.
Like that's put us off to a good start on this 7-hour
Put
journey.
your tinnies away.
Yeah, so we got in at like 6. We had a quick like. What I did learn as well, the pints are expensive. The food is cheap in Glasgow, man. A chippy was like £4.50. A fish and chips. That's not bad.
not bad.
Yeah. Like £7 in Liverpool.
Not too bad for a city centre, is it?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like right in the middle. It's
How
on
much were the drinks?
expensive. Like, I think where we went, it was like £8 for like a single whiskey and coke. So we did not drink at all. Did we get 3 pints?
Yeah, you get a rider.
No, we didn't.
No.
You didn't get a rider?
No.
Are you a headline?
But to be fair,
Bastard.
we essentially said, nah. To be fair, the promoters were really sick to us. Like,
Yeah.
we had the offer. Like, the original offer was like £80 to play it, which is more than we've ever offered to play a gig anywhere. And we were like, that doesn't pay for our coaches. Give us 100, and we'll sack the rider. And
Yeah.
sweet, yeah. So
Do you reckon if you didn't say you sat the rider, they still would have?
I don't know.
If you don't ask, you don't get, do you?
Yeah.
Should have asked for 200, including the rider.
Yeah.
I just got like cups of water. Brought them on stage with me.
Yeah, that's the classic. To be honest, they're quite a big promoter. I think they did like King Cruel's gig up there.
That's
and
cool.
Idol's gig.
His album just came out yesterday, I think.
What did you think of it? Have you listened yet?
I've not listened to it yet.
See,
Listen
I'm
to
a
it.
real big fan of the U's. I think that's a great album, but I haven't been like too into these singles.
Yeah,
So
they've been a bit different, haven't they?
I've been listening
Bit of a
to. Have
different
you heard
sound.
his mate? He's called like Jerk Curb.
Yeah.
I was listening to his album the other night. It's
So
really
chilled that.
sick.
Croneden, is it?
Yeah, really like that. I like his art as well. It's pretty
Yeah.
sick.
They've got a really cool video on YouTube
Really?
for that time-lapse tulip. You should watch it. It's a really good video on YouTube.
I will.
It's like a I don't know, it's just like a tour around an apartment, but it's done in like this like Google Earth kind of.
Oh shit.
I don't know how to explain it. It's very weird, but it's very good, so I'd recommend watching that.
It's a good album, to be fair.
Chilled.
It's really relaxed. Like, that's the thing. I feel like when I listen to King Cruel, I usually want to relax, but then he has to like turn every song and it's a bit more moody.
Yeah.
I'm like chill, and then he's like in the background, like
Fucking
shit.
hell.
Yeah, I'm never
It's
expecting.
in the bath chilling out. He's fucking
So all the way
screaming
to
at
Glasgow for how many songs? So this is something we'll get onto later. So you've got 2 songs at the moment on Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long are your sets? How long did you do?
Yeah, for a headline slot with 2 songs out.
We did about 40 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
That's pretty good going. That.
Yeah.
We were a bit pushed for time, weren't we? The like curfew for the venue was 10:15.
Yeah.
And so they're like, okay, be done by 10.
Yeah.
And we finished like 10:10.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
40
Exactly,
minutes
yeah.
is quite long. Like 40 minutes to
Break the rules.
we have to do it like 3 times a week. We go to gigs, and it's pretty rare that you'll see a band on a 40-minute
Yeah,
set.
yeah.
Like,
Especially when you've
small independent bands.
We tried to drag it out. There's one like song in our set list where like where it's got like no structure at all. And
Is this your Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah, basically. I just go into the crowd with a cowbell and make people hit it, but the song doesn't end until I've done like a lap. So like, there was a bit of resistance last week. I think Michael ended it early, didn't he?
Did he?
He wasn't pleased because like sometimes like that song goes on for like 10 minutes. Like in the castle, like I took it around. And I took it around like every single member, and it's just like one riff over and over again.
What is it?
It's all smacking the cowbell.
Yeah. So I go around just asking people in the audience to hit it. Like I got the sound guy to hit it in Glasgow, and there were like some people there down from like Gig Safe. And I was like, come on, and they were like, no, and I was like, oh, maybe that wasn't a good call. Like they're trying to promote like a serious cause. I'm like, hit the cowbell.
In practice though, like we'll do like the whole set, like a few times, but then like only once we'll do that song. Like once, like like once a month we'll do that song. It just doesn't need to be practiced. Yeah, we just kind of go, and no matter how well we do it in practice, it'll be completely different at the show.
It's a different song.
Because in practice, it can have a structure, but then Sean goes into the crowd and just gives everyone the cowbell. So I have to like look at Michael and we're like, do we go to the next part yet? Do we stop? Do we keep?
Yeah. And sometimes there's a bit of resistance.
Like what's the song called?
Slow Burner.
Slow Burner. And
is it a slow burner?
Yeah. Because it goes on for about 9 minutes and it never stops. I tend to actually introduce it these days by saying it's not going to end until every one of you hits the cowbell. So you better get comfortable. Some people are really awkward about it.
Yeah.
Like they're really weird about wanting to hit the cowbell. They get a bit scared.
Did you use the tambourine this time as well?
Oh, I didn't.
You didn't?
We went to... There was one day where I think it was like... Was it the day after...
You were coming to mind to practice.
We were writing new songs.
Yeah.
And I think we were in a bit of a pissy mood, so we just bought like a 20 quid tambourine. We're like, nice. We just dodged like the last of the band money. But like...
It was like a proper like
hi-hat one?
Like drum kit one, so you like attach it on your hi-hat. Yeah. So
it's in our quest to become like a dance band. To become a techno act. Really.
So we now have tambourine,
claves.
cowbell and claves.
We're sorted. We're practically just like an enlarged percussion section.
Because that's quite interesting. Because we did some reading online, and you've done quite a few interviews now with different magazines.
Yeah, you've done loads since you released the last track. Proper PR, pushing it.
One of the questions that someone asked you was where you see yourselves going. So like, if you listen to your music now, you kind of are putting. I mean, I think you played on Radio 6. You played alongside Sports Team. Yeah, and you played alongside some quite like post-punk. We don't like saying it because we say it too much, but there is like a post-punk.
It's like it's around there, isn't it?
Where do you see yourself going? Because I think in one of them you said you were going to actually leave. Well, you said you didn't want to stay. He said this is the hardest question to ask, but you know where I'm going with it.
Then we tied down to like one thought of
I think it's fun if you can just do anything. I think what's quite scary is like, as much as I like quite a lot of the bands coming out like that post-punk scene, it is a bit like there's like 10 new ones every week, and if you listen to their debut single, they all sound the same.
Well, with the bands we go to, I think 9 out of 10 of them are post-punk, aren't they?
Yeah.
Or they call themselves post-punk. But if you start off like that, if you put yourself into that box of post-punk and you release an album, then they'll be expecting that for the next album and the album after, and that's exactly. If you just go a bit wild, then fucking do what you want, can't you?
Like we've got a few more songs to put out this year. Like I don't know what football is. It's a bit of a joke.
Yeah.
I don't think it's even really a genre. Like that one was quite an interesting one to write. Like I did it on the night of my A-level results, and I was like I couldn't sleep, and it was like 3 a.m, and I thought I've always wanted to call a song football, because that's kind of how I do it. I like just write out names of songs I think would be cool, and then I just piece in lyrics over time.
Oh right, that's a good way to do it.
And I thought it'd be quite cool to like name a song football. And then I thought the lyrics at like 3 o'clock, and I couldn't find like anything to write down. I was like, shit.
Is it serious? When I say that, I mean like, is it something that you've obviously written the lyrics? Is it something that you've thought about and thought,
Or is it one of them where you create it and then someone asks you what's it about and then you have the meaning afterwards?
It's usually a mix of both. Like I'll usually like think of a line or a few lines and then I'll kind of shape the meaning to it and then I'll finish the song. And then if I need to like alter any of the other lines, I kind of fix it later. There's a lot of like re-editing. But I tend to like have an idea of what I write kind of whilst I do it. And like with football, I end up like scribbling it down, like some receipts in my bedroom. And I woke up the next morning like, shit, which one's which?
Like, trying to order it all out.
Yeah. I try and get some structure to it. And there was quite a lot of times we would like mess with it. We tried to add like bridges.
Yeah, but
we just left it.
Yeah, we thought it best. It worked well as like a short, fast-paced.
Yeah. It gets it going.
Song,
yeah, we played it like 3 times in Glasgow.
I saw it, did you?
Yeah.
Because it's so quick.
We play it at the start of the sets, like to as a
start up.
Like liven everyone up a bit, yeah.
Well, it gets you going, doesn't it? It's like
and then because like I said, it's quick at the end. I think we did it in Manchester as well. We're just like, oh, we'll just do it again.
Yeah.
And so we did it again. And then they asked for it a third time. I stood up, like get off stage, and they're shouting for it again. And I was like, I don't really want to do it. I'm done. Bye.
Are you scared you're gonna get bored of doing that song soon if you do it that many times?
It's one that doesn't really get boring. Like we have quite a lot of songs that you play a lot and you think, my god, like that's ever like one of the singles we're releasing this year is like 6 minutes long live, and when we rehearse it, we keep it so short because it's such effort to play. It's hard to play. But with football, it's so easy. It's just like 3 chords that it's kind of hard to get bored of it.
It's proper catchy as well.
Yeah. So that's kind of the whole game. Like, unintentional pun there, like, but we just thought. I feel like there's a market for songs that just have a chorus which is one word being shouted.
Oh, definitely,
It's the stupidest type of chorus.
Like the Idols have made a living off it. Like, their songs listed are just like one-word choruses with like 6-word verses.
Yeah.
What makes it up?
I'm just trying to think what's like a great chorus that's only like one word.
You can make one up now if you want.
Well, I was thinking the next step is like rugby.
Let's go through all the sports.
And then like once we've exhausted like our current political market, maybe we'll go into like golf. Yeah. And we'll try and catch the Tories. Like, songs about like crochet. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. Cricket.
Cricket?
Croquet or crochet?
Oh, those are different things.
Did you say crochet? I thought you were talking about knitting because Tories probably doing that.
They probably, yeah. That was not a mistake. That was my intention.
I'm sorry.
To be fair, there are a lot of songs named after sports. Like, he's onto like Black Country New Road.
We went and watched them, yes. Yeah.
Sick. Did you watch them twice?
No, we didn't go to the second one.
Were you there? They played the S Bar in the pink room.
Then went
downstairs.
That's so cool.
It was proper packed out, that as well. It was very oversold.
Imagine his voice as well. His voice has been fucked. He screams on some of them songs.
Oh, on some of them, yeah.
I was listening to some of the live sets and like that Sunglasses, which is a tune.
Oh, it is a good tune.
It's so good. It was originally called like Tennis or something. So that's another song named after a sport.
Ah, right.
And then like I'm trying to think. There's a local band by us called Monks. They have a song called Golf. Don't think it's about golf. I'm not too sure. It's a good song though.
At least yours is about. Well, is yours about football though? Was it?
To quite an extent, yeah. I want to be like clever and be like, nah, it's about like gender politics. It really just is about football. And, like, it's quite surprising, and I feel like every kid I knew when I was like about 6 is gonna be bullying me because I was never a big footy fan. To be honest, when I was younger.
Same.
Oh, how dare you sing about football?
I know, yeah. And like there are quite a lot of like people like that on Twitter who were like, oh, all these footy fans, they haven't gone to every single game since they were 3 months old. How dare
you're
they?
from a football in town as well.
Like the rivalry.
Yeah. To be honest though, we've like when we did like those photo shoots in the football shirts, we were a bit like at first we were a bit apprehensive because we thought if we wear like Everton or Liverpool shirts, we're gonna probably piss people
just
off.
Don't blue or red.
So we tried to keep it like ambiguous. I bought like some like random training top off Depop, and then our bassist shows up in an Everton shirt. I was like, I was like, we put planning into this now. And then you came, the only Everton fan in our band, and like.
Fucks it all up.
And like I have,
they look good though. Them shots.
I have 2 brothers, and they're like both massive Liverpool fans, and they both went to Kiev. One of them was at was there in 2005.
Yeah.
And like, well, I'm not a football fan at all, and so like, growing up with them, and also in school, it was the same thing that Sean was saying, like, you know, it was just kind of weird. And like,
Yeah.
What did they think of it then when you brought out a song called Football?
Yeah.
What did they ask?
Have you had any feedback?
I think we do get people who are like trying to or like think that we are football fans and we're like, haha, no, sorry.
It gets a bit hard when people start like really questioning us.
Oh yeah, we won't talk about that then. I had a full fucking list lined up about Liverpool.
like obviously like being from Liverpool, like I feel like it's kind of like football gets talked about a lot. You obviously know a bit. Like even if you don't follow it religiously,
Yeah.
you'll learn things about footy. And obviously I watch the footy with my family occasionally. But like I feel like some people in Liverpool come up and they start like interrogating you to like see if you like deserve the status to sing this song.
I've like had to blag it, like, you know, it's like over the years I've blagged a lot of conversations about football where like I pretend to know what I'm on about, but like I'll know just enough. Or like I know like the score of the last game, like, oh
Just
well,
to shut them up.
we did well, didn't we?
Oh,
We
yeah,
got it was
goal.
2-0. That
Just like you coming out and going, I'm not a football fan. Like finally,
Fuck off.
who scored? Oh yeah, and I go, oh yeah, him. Oh yeah,
good
that
goal,
was
yeah.
it. Yeah,
Good
good goal. Yeah.
Like my mum is like a massive footy fan, and like I used to remember like some days after like a big like match, I'd ask me mum in the morning, I'd like tell me you scored, and I go in there if it's all by far, I'd be like, oh yeah, lad, saw that fucking boss, that lad.
In case you get caught out.
But like to be honest, it's one of those things. I feel like the reason I was never that into it is because people like when you're from Liverpool, I feel like you get forced.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, who's your sport? What are you doing? You're playing, and you're like, oh my god, like
it's
calm down.
religious, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, it's
And
like pushed.
I feel as though it's kind of like when like men in general beat each other the first time. One of the first questions that they'll
The icebreaker.
ask each other is, yeah, like what team do you support? And when you don't support a team,
Yeah.
it's kind of, yeah.
I don't really follow football. Oh, fuck off.
But it features like it either features in people's music or it doesn't. Like we went and saw the Scuttlers the other week and they had stickers on their guitar for like Blazers out United stuff.
Who was that?
The Scuttlers. You said you heard of them? They're like they're a mountain band. They play like quite local.
good.
They are pretty good. Dead nice lads
Proper
as well.
rank.
Like dead nice lads. But you do meet bands that are like football focused as well, and it does like creep into their music or like the performance in some way. But not for you guys. Just
Yeah, see, we just try and like kind of write about whatever interests us.
Yeah.
I try and keep it not too serious as well.
how does the writing work then? So like you mentioned that you wrote football down some receipts, and then did you bring it into the band the next?
Yeah,
week
where
and
does the music come into that?
Well,
like,
with
the actual
football,
riffs and everything.
I wrote the riff like a week before and just demoed it on my computer.
Yeah.
And then I like did the I can't remember what else I did. I did the chords, but I had no real structure. I just kind of took it to him when he added the drums, and then we just called it a day. Like there's only one guitar in it, and I play the cowbell in it, so
Yeah.
I just like handed the tab over to the guitarist, and the bass is so simple on it because like we didn't want to overcomplicate it.
I think that's part of it though. If you don't overcomplicate it, then that's what gets people bouncing around to it and singing along to it, doesn't it?
I was saying, like, we like tried with like a bridge and like a outro and stuff like that, and they just didn't really work.
Yeah. No point overcomplicating it.
Like,
Keep it
Exactly.
simple.
We kind of saw a bit of hype in it when we like supported the sports team.
Oh, it looked mega that to be fair.
That was-
That was sick.
That was a great gig, though.
Weird. Like we started off with football and no one seemed arsed. I was like, shit. I was like, we're not this. They're like their crowd. Like they want us to like, I don't know.
I don't think you sound that too different to sports team.
Yeah, I think you're in the same
think-
kind of region. Yeah, definitely.
I appreciate that. Like,
No, definitely.
It's the same like genre. It's the same like genre, the same sound, same like.
I always felt like we were a
Feel.
bit too like we talked about like things which aren't like British enough. Like we've never
Yeah.
heard a song about motorways or I don't know.
M5.
Yeah,
You
Which
do
is-
mention Northern Rail though.
I do.
That is true.
Wait, that's in Not Your Man, isn't it?
Yeah, we do.
That's a good tune. So I have that in my playlist when I'm going to the gym. I
Oh,
go on my
nice.
bike, stick that in, it gets me angry. I start fucking smacking the hand
It's
off.
also good gym tunes. Like,
Oh, it's a proper good gym
thank
tune.
you. Like I think what it tends to be is like when we played that song at first, we were like they didn't really clock onto it. And then like halfway through the set, they were really getting into it,
Yeah.
and then they just started chanting football, and I was like, we've kind of done something. So we did it again, and it just went off, and I thought, oh my god, and it got turned into such a joke. I thought we have to release that first.
It was that gig where like we like started to like almost build a sort of like, don't know, like not like a franchise, like, but you know, we built all like
Joke.
we built off the joke of
Yeah.
football, and so like that gave us the that go on the idea of like wearing the football shirts for our pictures, and we like changed like our bios and just
You
shit like
should
that.
wear a few football shirts when you're performing.
That's come up before in conversation.
We were thinking about doing that on like our big headline show. The kind of issue is because we've been like doing like 17-hour coach days.
Yeah.
We were being quite like fussy like on the Manchester one. Like I was in uni before it, and I thought like, do I really want to spend my whole day in uni in like full football stuff, like,
Shin pads and everything.
In shorts.
Yeah, like we bought these like rare like when we were like doing like the outfits, we were like, I can't remember if we were like a bit tipsy while we bought them. We probably could have been. And we were like looking at like shorts, and we were like deciding whether we get like proper footy shorts, and we looked at like adult PE shorts and these really shit ones. They're like the ones you had when you're in like year 2
With the stripes on.
Yeah,
Stripes
stripes on.
And we just bought like in bulk like 5 pairs of them. We were like,
You can get some pumps as well, some fucking plimsolls.
They're the worst shorts ever.
So like,
They've got no pockets.
If you look at the pictures, we're all wearing the same shorts. Like we're all wearing the different tops, but all the same black shorts.
Have you got a bib on as well in yours?
It's like a it was like some weird kind of training top.
Oh, was it?
It was quite cool. I saw it and I thought that actually looked like a nice t-shirt. I had buy that. I was only like £3, but it is the most uncomfortable thing known to them.
You need to get down on Deansgate. There's like a vintage football shop. It's just all fucking shirts from like.
See, we were actually
around
looking
here.
at that.
Yeah, they're about £30 though.
Well, you can get some cheap. Well, if you get like a shit team, like an obscure team all ones, cheap as.
There was like an exhibition in the Albert Dock in Liverpool where they were selling all like vintage shirts.
It's probably by them, to be honest.
It could be the same one, yeah. Maybe they moved. And I was like, oh, maybe we should all go and get like proper nice vintage shirts. And I was looking at like £300. Like, fuck off. I was like, not worth it for a photo shoot for us. Like
definitely
one
not, no.
song. That's more than we paid to record it. Like,
The Northern Rail line then, we mentioned this when we were coming up. I fucking hate Northern Rail anyway.
we got one today.
Please don't. We got one as well. He was alright
You
today.
did.
Actually,
I stayed away from the train. I get the bus instead.
Where's that come from then?
I'm not too sure. Like, I think.
Or did it just fit in? Is it like when you said you wrote football? Was it just things fit together so you leave it in?
See, that whole song kind of came from that line. If I'm honest, like I remember I was having a conversation with my dad, and like I disagreed to like help him paint a fence or something, and he called me a letdown merchant. I thought that is a boss phrase.
That is
so I was
out of order, Dad.
I was like, I'm gonna call a song letdown merchant. And I was like writing it on my way to get like the train into town, and I had like a really like shit like Northern Rail train. And I was like, that actually fits. I was like, this train is pretty shit. I was like, I am to painting that fence what this train is to me. And then I just kind of had that line. It sat about for ages.
Yeah,
It's weird how it all fits together, isn't it? Just stuff like
I
that.
remember like a good while before anything like that song really came about. I remember you showing me like, you're like, hey Sean, what to think of these lyrics, and like pretty much the whole song was different except that one line.
Yeah.
It was about Northern Rail. That one line, the
Line
one
of
thing that
stayed,
like
yeah.
kept, yeah.
It's a good line as well.
And then we kind of like changed it around it. I think that was one where we, like when I wrote that song, I'd really been listening to a lot of Idols. I
Yeah.
thought, oh yeah, you know what'd be cool? Writing a song about masculinity. No one's done that. Like, that's pretty sick. So like, I guess I just kind of hopped the bandwagon there. But like, you know, I feel like there still is a problem with it. There's still space for songs to be wrote about it.
Yeah, in terms of both Nottingham Man and football though, the underlying message is kind of it's not serious like, but you know, Nottingham Man is about masculinity, football is about parents trying to push their children into something, but both songs also have that like piss take element to them, like
It's not completely serious, but
like,
you've still got that underlying tone
like
to it.
that line in Nottingham Man about Northern Rail and like the whole football thing.
Yeah, I think that kind of fits like like if you look on like our Spotify demographics, it's an actual sausage party. it's like 80% men, like 15% girls. It's ridiculous. Like,
I wonder why though.
Yeah, I wonder why. Like
Football.
yeah,
I think it's
Not
like
your
You
man,
can't
innit?
say that.
I think it's like 70% and then 30%. I think I checked it recently.
Yeah, I
Well,
think.
you're growing then. Growing in the girl fan
got
base,
extra 10%.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I think it is as bad as it is like stereotypical.
Yeah.
I'm quite scared that we're writing lad rock. That's terrifying.
Hard rock.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if someone ever goes, "Oh, you're a bit like Oasis," I'd be like, fuck. Like we've made a mistake here. We need to go the other way.
You listen to the
Driver.
chats, what?
The chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a few people like tweet them saying we should support them. I was like,
I could see why.
I kind of like, at the same time, I kind of fear that though, because I feel like what they did, they wrote like when I heard Smoker.
Yeah, it's funny song that.
That's a great song.
They
like,
definitely roll out as a joke though, completely, and that's not what you
definitely.
want to get tied into.
And then every song since then has just been like the same Australian like kind of joke
Pub
shit.
feed.
Yeah, and like it's clever, but I feel a bit sorry for them that every song they write from now could never be serious.
Yeah, 'cause you kind of bottleneck into doing that kind of stuff. Then.
They've got to eternally take the piss out of Australia.
And the haircut as well.
Yeah, like
The mullets.
if I needed a mullet to be in this band, I'd probably reconsider.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing when you're based on that.
Yeah.
Everyone's expecting that. So you just
You'll
don't
be
want
surprised how many mullets we've seen.
Oh yeah,
It's-
especially in Yes
We've
Bar.
seen so many mullets.
It's in fashion, innit?
Have they ever been in fashion?
I couldn't brave it, man.
I would not be rocking a mullet.
No.
It depends
No,
how much
that's
they want
one
to
thing.
pay me. That's what I'm saying.
Pay
How,
the
how,
mullets.
how much would it take to get a mullet? Because we'll pay. There's a bar.
So if we were
down
going to
there.
hire you for a gig and we said, right, you play these 6 months, how
Have to
much
get
would
a
it
mullet.
take
Mullets.
for you all to play with mullets?
Well,
Well, that was just over there, I think. Right.
I'm gonna say,
How long do we have to have them for?
yeah.
Like,
Only the
just
gig.
for that gig?
Until it grows out. I mean, it's a proper
So,
haircut.
committal. So
Ooh.
that's true. It's a committed
It's
haircut.
probably going to be at least 3 months before you start looking normal again.
Unless you shave your head.
Yeah, it's true.
I've always thought that.
Yeah,
I
shave
might
your
go
head.
full
You could
like
pick it.
e-boy, diamond
Yeah.
thing. You know, like just the top, or like I'm trying to think,
E-boy.
or like the other punks that just shave your head.
Yeah.
I've tempted that a few times.
You had a few haircuts. I saw some photos
It
back in the day, you
it
know.
changes
Yeah.
drastically. It depends on the week.
Yeah, like was down to your shoulders, and now it's very short.
I just couldn't.
You had your
do
head
it.
down to your shoulders?
Yeah.
Similar to how we probably used to have it.
Fucking
Yeah.
If you look at like,
I think we've all been through that phase.
Yeah.
Well,
I think, not on Spotify anymore, but then you go on
Thank God.
Instagram. If you go like scroll down to the
Yeah.
bottom on our bottom, you'll find a picture of him with
Sad
long
days.
hair.
oh, yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. But way back when you first started, you used to have a different name, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
He's done his research
I wasn't
on
that band.
this.
What was it called? Sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Embarrassingly so. That wasn't it wasn't like the same thing. It was like me and my friend. We were like a 2-piece,
Yeah.
but like
Is your friend still in the band or
No.
that's
No.
since gone?
he was the old drummer, and then we kind of like reformed it.
Upgraded or.
But like
I saw them play once. I was
What?
playing.
I
What
feel-
was your honest opinion?
like, I feel like
Honest opinion.
I'm never gonna be in that band.
we were shit.
After I was like,
Well,
yeah,
just
it's
the
good.
Zanzibar.
Yeah.
You know what?
Zanzibar, I was like,
That was
yeah,
an
it's
interesting
good,
one.
it's
We
good.
just did loads of covers, but I think that was one of my better moments. we did a 2-piece cover of Out of the Black by Royal Blood. I think I was 15. We did
Yeah, you were, because I was 16.
We did Out of the Black. We did a White Stripes cover. We did one original song, which I can't remember a thing about. We did a Death from Above cover. We just looked at like a list of all 2-piece bands and we're like, yeah, let's just do one of each there.
So you went to go watch
You played
Sean,
I was.
He's on a Libertines
and then
cover
where
band.
does this come from? So, which I'm trying to
So,
understand how you actually. I don't want to
it
ask
was-
the cliche question, which is where do you come from? How did
It
you
was
meet, but-
like 2016, and he was in his band Sense, and my mate from school, who was a solo artist, said
He likes the
that
Libertines.
Yeah.
A lot.
he said to me, I'm doing sort of like a co gig with another solo artist.
Yeah.
So it was my mate Liam Ash and Liv Pritchard, and they were like, those two wanted to do a gig together,
Yeah.
and they needed a drummer. So it's like, Sean, do you want to drum for us? I'm like, yeah, sure.
So naturally
Um,
kind of went from there.
Yeah, and that was my first ever gig, I think. Yeah,
when,
it was.
When was that? What year was that?
It was like December 2016.
Yeah.
in
Is it
the-
weird playing your first gig?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was terrified.
I remember like our first gig I was chorusing, because like I wasn't really in a band, and I was just a drummer
Yeah.
for these two artists.
Yeah.
So we did that gig. You used one first, and then I played with
The
Those
Libertines
two.
cover band.
yeah we because how they did it was they were like he played three songs or 4 songs that he wanted to do, and she played 3 or 4 songs that she wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I just drummed along.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you practice that or you just?
yeah. We practiced like, and he wanted to do like 3 Libertine songs, And so afterwards, I was kind of like known as not known, but like mates would like take the piss that I was in a Libertines
Like
cover band. Yeah.
Speaking of Libertines, then, how much does booze or whatever come into your gigs?
Oh, you're pretty sensible. You sounded pretty sensible in Glasgow.
We're pretty sensible.
Yeah.
You know?
Get a drink afterwards, maybe like it's like 1 or 2 before.
So you're not like a Guns N' Roses.
No.
Let's trash the back room before we go
We're
on.
pretty-
I'd be too
Yeah.
scared. I'm too scared to go on stage and like, I miss one and I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, we're a surprisingly sober band, but not like in general, just like on
Yeah,
stage.
not in general.
On stage.
No, this is our 6th pint, isn't it?
we usually go out after the shows, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like after our headline show, do we go right to Pop World?
Pop World.
Pop World.
Class night out that. No, we went right to Bar, didn't we?
Is this in Liverpool?
Oh yeah, the
Bar's a good
the
laugh.
sound basements.
Everywhere's got a pot world, and they always just say it's like
Shout
a
out
Wetherspoons
Bar.
with the dance floor in it.
Bar.
What a place.
Got McCooley's as well.
Oh, what a place. No.
Sean does in fact own a Bar t-shirt that he did. Did you wear that on stage? He did. He wore on stage.
Well, they not. Do you not fancy working for them? 'Cause we did before we started doing this. We
Right,
touched on what you actually do other than music.
We hold up signs.
You've got to tell us a bit more about that.
Just in general. What's
we,
any sign knocking about, it's all
Does
there.
someone pay you for this, or is it just like a hobby?
we rep this company called we work outside Electric, and we work with a company called Shit Indie Disco. Some
Oh,
DJs.
yeah, I've seen that on
And
Instagram.
they're really sound. They're just the soundest fellas
Yeah.
on this planet.
We'll attempt to work. I'm like, oh, do you want to find something?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, actually, go on.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, they're just the soundest lads ever. And like, it is exactly what it says on the tin. It's a shit indie disco.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like classic indie tunes. And I think there's a bit of irony lost because most of the crowd doesn't realise it's shit. Like, there'll be a night where they'll like play the whole Wombat, like the whole first Wombat album, and the whole crowd
Everyone's
like,
fucking loving
this is
it.
good fucking music, this is genius. And you're like, well, that's kind of the joke, and you're kind of in it, but like, whatever.
Yeah,
Like, you're having fun.
Saying that, I'm not gone on against the Wombats there.
yeah.
I'm just kind of criticising the people who are taking it like it's like, I don't know,
Like it's serious.
like
they're-
really serious, yeah.
See, I criticise
really
and take the piss, but I did go and watch it when I was like
Did you?
17.
I've never
Yeah,
watched
same.
I've seen them about
Yeah.
4 or 5
It's
times.
like the
16, 17. I
thing
was
from
like, this
being
is
from
fucking
Liverpool.
mint.
Yeah, I think I used to rarely listen to them quite a lot actually.
I think I'll talk the story. But I remember I was like 16 at Lymph, which is it's a free festival in Liverpool. I don't think it's free.
Lymph.
I think it's free now anymore, is it? I think
Lymph?
it's
Lymph.
Liverpool International Music Festival.
Clever.
Is it still going?
Every summer, yeah.
You know what? Chic played it last year.
Really?
Yeah. I
What, like
finals.
Nile Rodgers?
Yeah.
Fucking
And
hell.
he told us all he had cancer on stage, and we were all like,
Put it down on it.
"Fuck yeah!" And then he was like, "But I'm now cancer free." And
Oh,
I was
I was buzzing.
like, "You know what? He just brought the mood down to bring it back up, and it didn't fly that well." We were all just kind of like, "No,
Right, so are you joking or not?
he just fucking tricked us." And then like,
Little
he,
bastard.
he asked us to clap for him because he was cancer free. He was.
Was he actually?
Yeah.
Oh, right, so what?
It would be quite a joke.
I
Only joking.
with it.
Only kidding, lads. But he asked us to clap, and no one really wanted to clap.
When you're asked to
no.
clap, there's a resistance to
Yeah.
clap.
Resistance to clap.
I'm not
And
to what you
obviously,
say.
where is Chic from? Like in America, I'm
I don't know.
supposing, but
Fuck knows.
I imagine in America, like the whole speech about like being cancer
Oh,
free.
they clap about anything.
People are
man.
crying, like
Yeah.
Niall, we love you.
Yeah.
But like here, it was deadpan. We were always like, play the next song, Niall.
Yeah. All the American bands do it. There's always a fucking speech before every single.
And
set.
they all like, they love it, don't they?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
proper love it. It
I
gets them
just
going.
wanted them to play what's that song? What's that only Chic song?
Just play a tune. Fucking let's get
What
on
is,
with
is,
it.
I just wanted them to play I Want Your Love for the third time. Do it again, Niall, come on. Cool guy though. Their bassist looked like he was having a boss time. I've never seen a bassist so happy.
Is it all the original band members?
I think it's like original
We've
Chic.
got to be like 50 odd now, sure.
Well, we went and watched Pixies, didn't we? And they were all.
They were like 50 odd. They
Yeah,
were
that's
knocking on a
fair.
bit there.
And he was fucking shouting. And he
Yeah,
was on
he
a tour for how long? Like 200 days in a row.
Their set lists are long.
Oh, it was really
They
long.
play for like 2 hours.
Well,
They've got so many albums. They've got like fucking 6, 7
Well,
albums.
you're more of a fan than me. You took me along, so
Yeah.
I didn't really know any of them other than the one that's at the end of Fight
Well,
Club.
I got him to come along because I was like, when he dies, it'll be on Sky News something.
Yeah, but
And
they're
you
not
won't
really my
see them,
thing.
But
Yeah, see, like, I actually quite like them. I like went through a big Pixies phase, and I
Yeah.
started getting into like, oh, what's that like? Is it like, oh, I can never say the name now, like Trump Demond or.
Trump Lamont.
You're a big fan. He's got a tattoo.
I have got
Do you want to say that again for the second
No,
podcast?
fucking every single podcast he goes, you've got a
Yeah, he
tattoo.
goes, oh, look at me, I've got a fucking
As soon as he
Pixies
gets a
tattoo.
fucking total, I'm going to drop it.
Yeah, good point.
But yeah, it was a good. They're just a great band, to be fair.
I had a bit of a Pixies phase.
Everyone, I feel like everyone has a Pixies phase.
A couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I've never had a Sonic Youth phase though.
We've fucking seen
Yeah.
them as well.
Well,
no.
who was that you
What was he
saw?
fucking called?
Thurston Moore.
Thurston Moore. Yeah, Thurston Moore played in
Is it
White
Thurston
Hotel.
or Thurston?
Thurston.
Is it?
Thurston. Yeah, he played in the White
Big fan,
Hotel the other week. So we got. Well,
I didn't go,
you
I
didn't
wasn't
go,
there,
did
was
you?
I?
So I got tickets. I was like, fucking, this is gonna be mint. Went, but he's totally gone like west now. He plays like
West.
it's not what you expect. Like he came up and there's like no vocalists, like 4 guitarists, like a bassist, then like a drummer with like just one drum. It was the fucking weirdest fucking thing ever. Honestly, like it was like some sort of like tribal like. I was like, what the fuck is going
Everyone
on?
dancing in a circle holding hands.
Yeah, well, I thought this is gonna get weird in a minute because
See the
like,
fucking robo on the floor.
like, do you know when bands come on, sometimes like they'll play like an intro to the set list and it'll be like some like guitar riff. It was like that, but like
The whole set.
70 minutes of it. Like,
You gotta dodge that one.
Who are we seeing?
I was at Austin, Sefton Park.
Yeah, we did like this little party, like football release party in the park, and like the original intention was to play a game of footy with anyone who wants to come down.
That's pretty good.
And like
That's a good idea.
a member of our band was meant to bring the football and didn't bring the football, so we had no football for a game of football.
It was like his mate was supposed to come and bring it, and his mate just didn't come. And there were like, what, 15 of us all stood in the
If not a
park
few more.
without a football to play football.
But we had like a bit of a drum kit and one acoustic guitar, so we
Did a
played.
set.
There were like the hi-hat and the snare.
Yeah, so we just played them some songs really, and that was kind of it. It was actually quite a nice day. We did like a nice little cover of Love Machine.
We got to meet.
Oh yeah, Love Machine. I saw that in your playlist on Spotify.
We keep playing.
It's got a good little riff at the start.
It
That,
sounds
doesn't
like
it?
football. That's
gonna,
the thing.
I was gonna say that without offending you.
Yeah, no. When we released it, my friend Josh was like, Sean, I want to say this, but you might take it the wrong way.
I don't know how to say it, but I'm
You
just
sound like
listening.
Girls Aloud.
He was like, yeah, you do sound like Girls Aloud. And he was like, is that offended? I was like, that is boss. I was like, that's sick. I was like, so we've just been playing it live. We've been doing a little live cover of Love Machine every gig. It goes off, man. But you learn that people rarely don't know the words.
But for like 30 seconds you play it for.
Yeah, you
Or
just
like,
need to do a little opening bit, don't you?
yeah.
Yeah,
Slide
but-
it into football.
See, we played like halfway through the set. It was meant to come after, but we thought people aren't quite ready for that.
Yeah.
So like halfway through the set, out of nowhere, we just get a bit of Love Machine in there, and then we sing the chorus. But like, you only sing it to the bit where people know the word, then just stop because they go, oh fuck now. No one actually likes Girls Aloud to the point where they know the rest of the song. They give you the rest.
Oh, everyone only knows the chorus for that one.
It comes on at like Christmas and then maybe
Or
like,
weddings or something like that.
Yeah, it's a wedding
weddings,
song.
christenings.
It's our first step to becoming a wedding band.
Yeah.
We've done a few interesting covers actually over time, haven't we?
We've done.
After like the period where we did covers like,
Oh, okay.
exclusively, like we
Well,
throw a
what-
few in our set.
What was the last one?
We do a random cover of a Rainbow song at the end of our song
yeah, we do.
for no reason really, apart from it's quite funny.
What was the one we did? Before Love Machine? We did like another like quick short cover of a song. What was it?
You got me stuck. I know in the past we've done an impromptu cover of Boys Don't Cry after Not Your Man, and we've done a and for some reason we did a Sweater Song Weezer cover at some point. That was good fun because it's very easy and you can just pretend like
Saw some articles about you doing covers back in
no.
the day.
fucking
Get into this.
Oh,
They've soon changed the tune, haven't they? But I mean,
they love
yeah.
us now, yeah.
what about that back in the day when you got that review through?
Fucking hate us.
Don't read like before 6 months ago
Yeah.
because it's just all.
What changed?
Yeah.
Because if you
Not
do
really.
that,
We didn't get that much better.
We-
The reviewers just got less twattish.
Yeah, you got I think it was the one where you were supporting feet, wasn't it? Where they slated you.
They liked us with feet.
Or was it? Did he like you
It
in that
was
one?
Final Staircase
And Annabelle Allen.
Yeah.
How did you feel after you saw that review? Or were you not asked?
To be honest, because it was our first gig ever.
Oh, right.
It's a bit harsh giving you a shit review.
Definitely. But we've got so much mileage off it. Like, we put his quote on t-shirts and everything.
And sold like
See,
80 of them.
if you twist it in a good way like that, then you...
I've said it's the only
publicity,
time
innit?
that man's work's ever going to be in print. Like, you better run with it. I was going to offer him a t-shirt, but I think he's got me blocked on Facebook.
Not shit, but yeah.
I don't know.
We stay away from bad reviews. We think, because we go like 3 times a week to gigs, and we see some dog shit.
If they're not good, we just don't.
But it's like, you never know, do you? Because you don't know, like, the bad night, you don't know what they're missing.
Yeah, if we weren't as resilient as we were or are, like, now our first gig and we got he said some like pretty
scathing comments.
Some pretty like horrible, not horrible.
He said he'd rather smoke outside, pick up smoking, than watch it. That man would rather develop lung cancer than listen to us play and watch it.
And if we weren't the way we were, we could have just went. Well, I guess that's it then. I guess we were just shit, so we're just going to end the band there.
I can imagine, like, getting that so early on, it can either go one or two ways, really, can't it?
I was in a mood.
To be fair, it wasn't like... Oh, I say to be fair, it wasn't a great gig, but to be fair again, it was our first ever gig. Like, we weren't great, perhaps we weren't even good.
The sound guy came after me afterwards, he was like, you know what you need, mate? I was like, what? He's like, a tuning pedal. I was like, I don't like, thank you.
Write that one down. Next gig.
Fair enough, mate.
I only got one this Christmas, so his advice was a year late.
Hey, well, it's working all right for
He needs to tune. Pointless. Guitars don't have to be in tune. When we recorded one of our new songs, our producer was like, it's not really in tune, Sean, but I like it. And I was like, that's what we like. But yeah, there was a lot of like really nasty shit that he said, and I remember I was in like an art class at the time, and I was like on the computer, I just googled my own band, and I was like, let's see if we're famous. Yeah. And it came up like, they are shit. And I was like,
just close that.
And I was like going around showing my friends, like, look at this twat, look at what he's wrote, and they were like, it's not that bad. I was like, it is. And then
it's
I went
pretty
home,
harsh.
and I was like, oh, it's unreal, man.
So they've changed the tune.
Like it now, don't
they? Like well. What was they? So like it sounded like we're throwing our instruments downstairs.
And they were, however, I'd much rather listen to instruments being thrown down a staircase than this band.
I swear, like, when he was with Feet, they gave Feet a little bit of a bad rap as well.
They were
How
a bit,
can you give Feet a bad rap?
We got a better review than Feet did. Okay.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
yeah,
I was just getting
think,
confused between the two.
See, we know the reviewer because he's done some good ones for us. Like, he did an interview with us lately.
Yeah.
But like his thing with Feet is apparently like overhyped. But I don't think they've ever rode that wave of hype. I think they just kind of showed up and played their like.
Yeah, it's not like they're asking to be hyped up, is it? You know.
We went to one of the gigs and they just turn up, put a good show on them.
Oh, it was mint.
Like,
Like,
you
the
can't ask for
atmosphere
anything.
was sick.
You can't ask for much else and just turn up, paying £5 in the door, whatever it is. Then they're getting a good time for like a full hour.
And they're fun live. Like
They
they
are,
said,
they're really
like,
fun.
I was just pissing myself the whole gig because between like every song, their lead singer, like Georgie, just goes alright. And I was pissing myself, man.
Like, the first time that we saw them was when we were supporting them, and I knew like one song, but even then I was still like at the front, and I was like, having like a really good time. And,
it's good atmosphere. They bring a good atmosphere with it, definitely.
I can't really support them. Like,
Good gig.
And sports team as well. I mean,
That was
sports
a
team
big
are big.
was that? Do you reckon that's your favourite one? Sports team.
See, it depends because that was like the biggest gig we've
How
done,
many were there?
yeah.
and that was 500.
500.
Yeah.
I remember getting on
And the-
stage and be like, fucking hell.
Looking at that video as well, 'cause I watched the video.
Yeah, it was mental.
You were soaking it all up as well. You were loving it.
What's it like though, walking out and seeing 500 people?
That was
Fun.
yeah. I was a bit like because really like
Oh, fuck.
I stopped getting nervous for gigs after
Yeah.
like I don't know how many gigs. Remember the first couple of gigs?
I
I
got
was,
used to it.
every time I got on stage, we were like but by the time we were playing with sports team, I'd got over it, and then I got on stage and I saw everyone, and I was like,
It's different,
shit.
isn't it? It's different.
500's a lot.
Yeah, it was mad, and their crowd are quite like crazy,
Yeah.
like scary, like
Oh, it's scary.
like 14-year-olds jumping, terrifying. They like broke Alfie Templeman's bassist like bass or something.
Oh,
Like,
no,
he
that-
went
What
in
the fans did.
Yeah.
yeah, is it you like got in the crowd, and the crowd like
They were all
dunno.
fucking punching.
Go
Fucking
take your
scary.
calbit out.
I was in-
Keep that cal.
I did. I went in the crowd. They formed a circle around me. It was like a
It's a good
ritual.
fucking job you didn't ask
Hey,
them all
I
to
tell you,
it.
that's pretty good going, that isn't
Yeah.
it?
It was good laugh.
Was it like like the cowbell has kind of become like a staple of the band now.
No one's doing that really, are they? Like,
If you
crowd
do a
interaction to that
recording
extent.
of that song,
You need to get a live video of that.
Which one?
Slow burner.
Slow burn. If you do a record that, you've got to let us come in that cowbell just for the recording.
Yeah,
please.
Happily.
On the 3 singles we recorded, it's cowbell on all of them, isn't it?
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
I'm a
It's out of
bit.
frame,
I
but
consider myself a bit of like a cowbell professional at this point.
oh, I've seen that.
It
Yeah.
started off as a joke, but I think I'm a bit of like I'm an expert.
Is that your thing? Yeah.
I'm hitting these like polyrhythms out the bag. I'm like, bah, bah,
I remember
bah.
like at the beginning he bought a cowbell and it was like this shittest little. It looked like a padlock. It was so small. It was like probably this big. Like,
What did you think when you pulled it out for the first time? Just
It was pathetic.
look at
Man.
this. Look.
and,
It was
and,
tiny.
and now he's got his
I
night
like
show.
Fucking
Professional.
Yeah.
proper cowbell.
Belongs on a
Wow.
cow. Like, it's good shit. Like, yeah, we bring that at every gig.
Mhm.
We play in football. We play in slow burner. And I got asked for a solo at the last gig.
You
and
should,
I-
you should come out to it as doing some funky.
Well, we start with
Thingy
football.
Squid did.
Squid.
Did they?
Squid came out.
Oh yeah, they did.
He
yeah.
literally,
You
like, the
just
guy-
don't say like fucking
For like
smacking it.
for like 2 minutes, he
Yeah, yeah.
like he literally just twatted a cow.
Before he said a word, he
Right,
was just
fair
fucking.
play.
I've never
Squid
seen him
are
before,
sick.
so I'm stood there thinking,
What's going on?
fucking, this is Thermston Moor all over again. Like,
I saw Squid back at like Future Yard, and it was sick. Man.
How long ago was that?
I think that was August last year.
They're
That was a
mega.
mad one.
They're
I
doing
think that
really
was
well.
similar time to when we saw him, wasn't it? Maybe a little
We
bit
saw him in the
later.
pink room.
Yeah.
It was ram.
I've only been to one gig in the Pink Room to see Willie J.
It sounds so good. I
That's
saying,
the
were
one that
you
we
there?
didn't go to.
I didn't.
No, I was going to Amsterdam the next day.
Wasn't I supposed to go? We didn't go for some reason. There was
No,
some
no,
reason.
you was never gonna go.
No,
I was going.
God.
I don't know. No, you said. You
So
said
it
you
was
were
in the
going.
gig guide, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, I was going to Amsterdam the next day, so if I go to a gig,
You took the
I
camera.
have
That's
like
why.
a couple pints and then next thing I'm missing my flight in the morning, so I just thought stay away from that. I'm not going to that one.
Remember that Thailand one you did
The what?
when we went out before you went to Thailand?
Oh yeah, I got
That
a gig in
was
Thailand.
We had a gig last year. He was supposed to be going to Thailand with his missus at the time, and he was under like strict rules of her, like, do not fucking drink whatever you do. She like go to the gig, come straight back.
Yeah.
She had a flight.
Oh,
He had a
good
flight
time,
like
that.
12 o'clock the next day, like, and he still had to pack. Fast forward until like 1 a.m. and I turned around.
4 sunglasses.
All I
yeah.
saw was like literally 4 sunglasses on his head on the stage, and Jimmy's clapping like that, giving it large. I'm just like, oh no. And then my mate just comes over and goes, "Yeah, your mate over there." I was like, "Yeah, he's supposed to leave at like 10." I was like, "Yeah, just leave him, guys, fine." And I didn't even hear from you till about the next day until you got to Thailand. I was like, "Did you actually get to Thailand?"
Yeah.
Like,
Did you
I
end
was-
up in the wrong country?
yeah.
I packed and everything. It was all good. I got there. Had a good time.
To be fair, if you'd seen me at Willie J. Healy, that was not the best night for me. I just got my nose done, and like it was bleeding badly. I had blood coming down my face, and I shit you know about 15 shots of Fireball, and I only knew one Willie J. Healy song, and I was at the front just
Which
screaming.
one?
I only knew at that point. I only knew Lazy Shade of Pink. I really like him now. I've really got into it
Yeah.
because he's just so.
I've not
good.
listened to loads, but I like that Songs for Joanna. I think that's a good tune.
His whole first album is just
Yeah.
straight. Bangers.
Speaking of albums, is there an album coming or not then?
Oh my god.
'Cause we, before we
Quick transition.
only
2
because
hours.
right before we started this interview, the guy said you both said ask us some weird questions and don't do something cliche, and it is cliche. It is a cliche question, but it has to be asked because you spoke about so many songs. It's
Well,
inside
you've
it.
been on Radio 1, I'm Radio 6. People want it.
Yeah,
Right,
people
Leslie,
do
yeah.
want it.
We've got a few more songs
to release this year.
to release this year. We don't know where it'll go after that. We're gonna.
Do you reckon it's going to be an EP like 5-6 songs? Or maybe less.
We'll see.
We'll see.
That's one.
There's
No comment.
maybe potential.
Maybe potential
Maybe potential.
things we can't really talk about.
Well, your football since you released it, that booted off. That's
Yeah,
it's
that's
on
You've
the
got
front
shit
again.
loads on Spotify.
But
now,
you're on like
you've got
18k streams now.
Yeah.
It's pretty good going. Now.
We're
It's
a
not
bit,
been
we're a
out
bit
that
power
long.
hungry. We want more.
Want more.
Like you can't play that down. That is a lot of streams. Like you are up there with like
You got 9,000 monthly listeners, I believe.
Almost
9,000 monthly listeners.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We want it. We want
2 songs.
more.
Exactly.
Well-
it is mad though. Like when I think about it, like I was saying to one of my mates the other day, I was like I go to see bands that like I really love who have like
Less.
8k monthlies, 6k monthlies, and like, but I don't view myself as like how I view those bands. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Well,
definitely.
last
It's
week we had a guy
really
on
weird.
last week on the podcast, Piro,
Yeah.
and we mentioned that we were doing this next week, and we just said, "Oh, we're one with Courtney next week," and he goes, "Oh fuck yeah, the football guys, and we were like, yeah.
Yeah, he was in one of his playlists. Borders management. Put him in one of his playlists.
Yeah, he listens to you just like.
We spoke to him before, I swear.
Probably how he gets about. He gets about.
Yeah,
not in a bad way. He gets about. He might do.
Yeah, it's the best way to be.
I think still kind of not known, but like we all kind of know as like the football guy. Cause do you remember that week we were working?
Well,
and
I was
like,
blown up about it. So like,
it's weird that you're known as the football guys. It's only been out that
and
couple
we don't like football.
I don't like football. Fucking hate it.
I matched with someone on Tinder. She went, "You're the football guy," and I was like, "Fuck." I was like, "What do I say to that?"
You got fans on Tinder.
Yeah, I have it as my anthem on there. My own song. I feel like that's quite cheeky.
Shameless plug, it's a good song.
I'm like, oh, you should listen to this new band. I think they're pretty good, you know.
It's an easy date though.
Start telling
just come along and watch me play.
True.
I'm in a band. Do you want to come along?
Do you want to come on a date? It only costs £7. Phase 1, March 28th.
Yeah. You're gonna have to go down to that.
Please don't.
You are. I agree.
I can't. I'm away, mate. I'm on a train somewhere.
I've got to do the city by myself.
Yeah,
for a full month.
I just decided to book a fucking train ticket around Europe for a bit.
Fair. Yeah, before it becomes significantly more expensive.
Yeah.
So if anyone that's listening does want to join in the city for a month, then fucking feel free. Because
you should go down to him on 28th.
That'd be good.
Liverpool sesh as well. We don't really know many places around Liverpool. Where's the best places to go? Like bars for music and shit.
Because that Jimmy's is open.
I've never done much.
I've been to Jimmy's a few times.
Like, did you come to the one here?
I've never been, but I knew
a bit
it
of
was
a hub around there.
Didn't it close?
Yeah.
That's mad. I thought they were like opening more. Like,
well, they didn't close for their own choice. It was the landlord wanting it back for offices or something.
Yeah.
So they've got one round the corner, but they can't open it because the council said they're not allowed to play live music or any music at all.
Which defeats the point of the Jimmy's. Really.
So I think they're in a bit of a battle at the moment. They'll probably be open again.
Yeah, we've only been there once. I saw Buzzard there. They're sick.
They're playing May time in Pink Room, I think.
Are they?
Yeah.
That's mad.
They play.
What's the cap at Pink Room like?
I don't know. It's probably upwards of like probably a bit more than 300. Isn't it?
No, I'd say 200 to 300.
It's been packed when we've been in.
The sound's mint as well. Like,
it's so nice.
It sounds
I sent them an email. I was like, "What is your capacity? Come on now, Wave. Email us back, please."
We can find that out for you. I think it's around the 300, maybe more. I don't know. There's been a lot of people in there when we've been in.
Do you fancy playing there?
I would love to. That is a cool venue.
A lot of up and coming bands like play there before they go on to like the academies and the Apollos.
What's weird
and
is
stuff.
you see people play the basement, and then like 3 months later they play in.
They come back and do the Pink Room, yeah.
Well, I was like with Feet, wasn't it? We saw Feet in Sound Basement, and then we saw them again, didn't we, last week?
Only supporting them.
Yeah, well, it's
to be fair, yeah.
Still, but what's the capacity of O2?
1K or something.
Exactly, and they're from like what's the capacity of
Sound Basement?
Like
120.
Exactly.
So
that's a huge
gap. Yeah.
Well, we saw Murder Capital play Pink Room.
Yeah.
And then last night, I don't know where they were playing. I don't know the name of it, but I've seen some videos and it's fucking massive and it's properly.
Well, the Blinds have played Jimmy's and then gone and played like the.
Oh yeah, the Ritz, sold out the Ritz and everything.
Well, you guys have done 500 with sports team then.
Yeah.
What's the Castle? The Castle's like 40 people.
Yeah, Castle's not big. It's more than 40. You probably fit a bit more than 40.
I think it's like 80.
Yeah,
is it 80?
It's around that.
I've got zero fucking idea.
Might be
you underestimate how many people you can get packed in when you're all close together.
A good gig though.
That was a good gig.
The Castle's a good venue.
It's cute.
We start.
It is quite a cute place.
When we first started like going to gigs, stuff like we found because they're owned by like the same people as the Castle,
Gulliver's and the Eagle,
which is another place.
in Salford.
And they're all fucking mint venues, like proper mint venues.
Yeah. That's the first time that Sean's taking his top off.
No,
alright. Hey.
Take your top off for it.
No, Glasgow.
Oh yeah, shit, sorry, yeah.
I was a risky move that.
Well, you've got 10% more women listeners now, so you've got to get that top off, haven't you?
Maybe that's why we've got the extra 10%.
Just keep getting your top off.
Yeah, exactly. Every time I do it, maybe we'll just keep growing.
You should every time to take off more clothing.
Just have your socks on.
Shoe.
Just the one shoe.
Yeah.
Just one, not two. Let's take this slow.
There's coming a lot of layers.
Yeah,
Just keep taking them off.
coming like 6 coats. By the time we get to like by the time we start at like Anfield, maybe then I'll be down for like me PJs.
Yeah, just don't.
We're spinning them around.
It's good that you get involved with the crowd and stuff though. That can be like your brand with a cowbell.
Some
I think
you see bands are so dead. That's my
Yeah.
issue.
Well, I think a lot, like when I go to a gig, and the music's part of it, but a lot of it's the crowd as well and how they
Yeah,
interact with
definitely.
it. That's what does it for me anyway.
We-
So I
Like,
think
we
that's
supported
important.
Heavy Lungs about
Yeah, I saw that
3
as
months
well.
ago, and the crowd just didn't really do anything. And I was
Didn't
like,
really get it.
not even for Heavy Lungs, and I was like, that's sad.
Yeah.
Heavy Lungs come here and they've brought an air siren. They brought a genuine air raid siren to their gig and mic'd it up. So they've deafened the crowd already. And the crowd not even going to dance. Like, show some respect.
Yeah, I
like.
know. Come on.
I think-
Got all this effort.
It was in one of the interviews we did. We were saying that like a lot of it is the crowd. Like, because if you give off a certain energy, and the crowd will give off a certain energy,
Yeah,
and then you can
definitely.
use that energy of the
You-
crowd
yeah, you
to
work
go,
with it,
you know,
yeah.
and then
It's pretty hard for the crowd to
you
stand
know,
still if you jump in there. And
Yeah.
like,
you just end up in like a game of like ping pong between the
energy.
crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so you've got is it the Castle you're playing on?
No, I've already played the Castle.
No.
We've
You've
only
got,
one-
got
Castle.
you've got one in Manchester coming up, haven't you? Where is it?
none.
What?
We
So
just
far.
did.
Well, the 28th.
We
They've
did.
got the 28th, that's in Liverpool.
Ah,
Phase
okay.
one.
Yeah.
What else you got lined up?
We're trying to get more lined up. We'd like to do another Manchester show.
And we've got a couple of offers for different places around the country, but it's getting there
Transport.
without.
We do not own a van.
We don't own a
That's
van.
the game.
We
Oh,
get
on the train.
training coaches. We've done so far. Yeah, got the train to Manchester and the coach up to.
I guess
Glasgow.
that's a bit of effort, isn't it? Carrying all that.
Doesn't really bother me.
As long
It's
as
not too bad.
No.
I mean, as long as I don't have to bring a whole kit,
Yeah.
I'm fine. Because like both times it's been like, oh, with the Manchester gig, I had to bring me cymbals, me snare, a snare stand, a stool, and 2 cymbal stands.
You can pack all that away though, can't you?
Yeah.
Rather than carrying a fucking
It
big
was-
drum.
A bit of effort, like.
Yeah.
I had to hold like me cymbals, me snare, and then other people were holding like the stands. I was like a bag of shit in there.
Stools.
Yeah, stools and
So what's the goal for the year then?
oof.
Sell out Pink Room?
Nebworth.
Nebworth.
That would be ambitious.
That's ambitious, yeah. I don't know.
Just football 5 times.
Then we fuck off, yeah. We're like, that's
You've
it,
got a
lads.
following now though. Like, the fact that you're going to Glasgow and play your headline is showing Glasgow.
Yeah, that's pretty mad. That you've
Yeah.
headlining
There's
Glasgow.
not many. We don't see and interview many bands that fucking can headline
Somewhere where they're nowhere
a
near.
different country that they've never been
It's
to.
interesting, yeah. See, we didn't pull that many. I think we pulled like 50 people down.
Yeah.
But
You know, there's 50 people that have come to see you from Glasgow. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon the support slots play a big part in that. If you, especially with sport, you've got a lot more fans just from that, haven't you?
Yeah,
From the
You've
sports
got to
team
show up
gig,
for
we
everything.
like I remember after sports team or like if we went on Spotify or
Listeners,
yeah, it went up quite a lot, and then after football it went up even more. So
To ask the question back, what do you guys want to do with ITC? What's your ambition?
oof, careful.
I think we're enjoying this at the moment. Well, with the podcast, I mean, we were
Yeah.
very shit originally. We're getting a little bit better, but I think
Just like us.
I guess everyone is, aren't they? Everyone's improving, but we want to just introduce a lot more people to new bands like yourself.
Have you ever
Yeah.
considered putting on gigs yourself?
yeah.
Well, yeah, but we probably will get to that point. But I don't know if it's worth
It's
the
a
effort for us
weird
right
situation because we're not in it right now. We're not in it for the money.
Yeah, of course.
We are just music fans, and we get to a Friday night, we'd be like, "What the fuck do we do tonight? Like, I can't be asked to just go to the pub. Let's like try and find a gig, or let's try and find something to do." So we wanted to create somewhere which was a place where you knew what was going on. You could actually get to know the people, and like, it wasn't just a case of it wasn't just a list of like. There's
Yeah.
loads of things out there that just offer a list of gigs they're on every day, and it's pretty easy to put one of those together. But we were like, we want to create something interactive where you can like not click on that, but you can actually dig a bit deeper and go. So let's say like we know that you're playing on the 28th, we'll put you in our gig guide, and then at the same time they can actually dig a bit.
Not in Liverpool yet. We've not branched out to
Not in Liverpool, but they can dig a bit further and go, okay, we'll go and listen to a review of that. We'll go and like read a review, and then we can also go and listen to their songs, and we can also go and listen to a podcast.
It's just music that we like. I mean,
Yeah.
there's something good about discovering new music,
Yeah.
especially like it's quite a personal thing. Like if someone's like, "Oh, I've just discovered this band. Listen to these. How good are these?"
And it's the best time to be part of it as well. Like literally every fucking week, there's a band on that's like seriously good.
Yeah, we missed out on it a lot before, and I think
Yeah.
you don't really realise this scene's going on until you're actually involved in it.
Yeah.
So this is kind of giving a bit more of a voice to it, I guess.
But putting on their own gigs, it is probably something we want to do this year.
It is great when like you find like a fairly small band that you like, especially because like
It's quite rewarding, isn't it?
Tickets are like much cheaper because then if they do then get big, the tickets are gonna be like 2-3 times the price then.
More.
And so and like you can actually like meet the band as well when they're in like the smaller venues, and so I try and find like this.
Well, you never know.
We'll
give it 6 months or whatever in a year. Then if you guys go and release your EP,
you go massive, and when you've got you on a podcast right now,
exactly.
You sorted.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the thing though. Like I think there's a lot of benefit from like supporting each other. Like there's a lot of bands.
It's a community,
and everyone wins that way as well.
There's a lot of bands you see where like what they do is they just want the best. They want to be in like Enemy, or they want to be in. And they don't do shells. But the thing is and some bands think they're a bit too cool. And it's just a bit of a joke, innit? Like, grow up.
Some of the best gigs you play are like often in the worst venues. Like we've been to some mega gigs that are like literally like
shittest venues.
Yeah, like the worst venues imaginable. Like the Eagle's literally like the smallest venue in Manchester.
It's tiny.
Like, you can I'm not even gonna have a guess how many people you can fit in, but it's tiny.
12? Nah, you probably get more.
But like it's a mid venue, like really good. And we've seen some of the best gigs there. And then you'll go and see a massive gig and you'll be like, oh, it's alright.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like you've got to be like very community like focused about it. Like obviously we spoke a lot when we put out our song and you helped us out. So like why wouldn't we come and do a podcast? That's the exact thing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's loads of bands who'll be like, too much of our time, man. We need to be like,
Because like being in a band now, I'm much more inclined to go see support when because we played tons of support slots. Yeah. Now when I go see a band, I'm like, let's go watch the support.
Like you understand what goes into it, don't we?
Well, we always watch the sports, don't we?
See, and then I always got a cob on, like if we support a band, they don't watch us. But then, like the other day when we were in Glasgow, when we were in Manchester, we missed the first band because we were starving and we had mates. And I thought maybe I'm being a bit of a dick, like expecting these bands to come watch us when they've just been travelling. Like,
well, one of my favourite bands last year, they're a Scouse band as well, Hannah's little sister. Who do they support? Was it Peace Girl,
yeah. Both from Liverpool, yeah.
Yeah, and on it, they played the support for him, and oh my fucking god, they weren't real.
And we weren't expecting to see them. They're from Liverpool. You should try and.
Yeah, we've not even.
They're really good.
Like seriously good. They're like proper like they are like wacky songs. They go everywhere, but we weren't expecting.
They've always got a chorus to them as well. Though.
Yeah, not expecting anything, and we were just because we never we'd not listened to them before, and now I'd probably play them more than any other fucking band. Like
the one song on Spotify.
They've only got one song. It's weird because like it sounds a bit like you guys. You got 2 songs out at the moment, but you can play a 40-minute set. They play like a half-an-hour set of just absolute tunes.
Really rate that.
And there's only one song on Spotify.
And you don't discover that if you only turn up for the main acts either. And we weren't expecting that.
Yeah. Same with like Black Country New Road though, innit? Like they only have 2 songs out.
Yeah.
And then you see them live and they'll do something like 40 minutes.
Yeah, it'll still just be 3 songs. Like they play so... Every one of their songs is fucking so long.
Like they have some song about like... is it like Charlie XCX or something?
I don't know, maybe.
It's like 20 minutes long and it's called like Wet Sheets and I was like, fucking hell. And I was like listening to the lyrics and it's bizarre. And I'm like, how... like, I can just about get into the mind frame to write like a 2-minute song about footy. Like, how do you get in? How do you put yourself in the perspective when you can write like 20 minutes of like...
Yeah, when we saw them, we were like, they look clever as fuck. Like they've got like they look really smart. Like they've got like violins and like they've got the saxophone. They're like proper fucking kitted out. When they know what they're doing.
We saw them at Future Yard just before Squid. They clashed with Squid, which was quite sad. But like we saw some band before them called like the Intergalactic Republic of Congo, which is the
I swear I've heard of them.
Coolest band ever. But like they were mental. Like if I was like an over the top frontman, they like came out into the crowd and made us all stand up and they forced us to dance.
I have actually got a question here.
In a good way.
2 kids on my train have used the plugs for their amps and they're playing Red Hot Chili Peppers with a guitar and bass. Northern Rail can't get any. Was this actually you?
I told you he was taking a pic.
I was like, what the fuck? When I read it, I was like, what?
No, we spend most of our time like online just taking the piss.
I think that's good though. A lot of people take it too serious. Yeah, you can scroll through that and have a laugh. That's what's good about it.
When I was doing my research, I was like, these could be laugh these. I was like,
I was tweeting Hugh Stevens yesterday, I was like, alright lad. He was like, I've got like a free hour on the show. I was like, let us on. I was like, come on lad. I was like, we'll do an improvised noise session. Just like play some guitar.
So like Black Midi stuff.
But if you're a bit cheeky like that, you get noticed and stuff.
Yeah.
And occasionally someone will say, yeah, go on.
Yeah,
go on.
you don't get, do you?
Yeah,
Right.
sometimes it does not work though. Like with Tom Robinson, like sick guy, he gave us like our first Radio 6 play. And like on our first Radio 6 play, he was like, yeah, the song's really good, but there is nothing about them on the internet. They have not made a website, so this is an informative announcement to all bands. If you want to be on the radio, make a website and like put all your details on.
I wonder why make a website.
I don't know.
I don't think bands really need a website.
When do you go to a
personally.
website for a band? I rarely visit.
Tom Robinson does
rarely ever
apparently.
go to
You seem to
websites.
know.
No, I don't
Yeah, but I'm
think...
always Tom Robinson.
I don't think they need a website at all, me personally. I think
he's
Instagram and social media is enough for a band.
That's right. He went on our Twitter and he's like, the only thing like they've tweeted is please buy our music. I was like, right, well you made us look like right capitalists there, haven't you, Tom? So I sent him a little press release. I was like, there you go, Tom, lad, thank you.
But it's good that he's trying to find more about you.
I appreciate
So-
it. You know what? He's dedicated. When he plays your song, he says so much, and he like
Yeah.
gave a proper monologue about football. I was like, Tom, you.
Yeah, like he's researched it.
Yeah.
I think the only time a band really needs a website is like to sell merch.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just
but
merch.
that's it really.
We still don't have a fucking website.
No, and I'm a web developer as well. So
Who does like the graphic design side?
me.
You do all the fonts.
Yeah.
Oh, hardcore fonts.
Are you the? I saw you on Illustrator last night.
I was on. Yeah. Perks of a graphic design degree, lad.
Is that what you did? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing.
Oh yeah, you're still doing it, yeah.
Yeah. That. To be honest, that was. Did we reach out to user first?
Yeah, we put the podcast post up. I think that was the first time.
Even
you reached
before
out.
that, I feel like we spoke like.
Maybe.
Didn't you? Because you sent us football, didn't you? Before.
I probably sent you
No.
Know Your Man when it came out,
I don't think you did.
or maybe after that. Go on, search back. Let's
No,
have a look.
no, I don't. I think the first time you messaged us was when we did the podcast post, maybe.
I reckon it was before that.
Oh, I fucking ignored you.
Let's have a look.
It goes back quite far. To be fair.
I knew it
Oh
would.
shit.
I'm dedicated. I harass people online.
I think that's good though,
Yeah.
because you've asked people, and
Yeah,
I'm pretty
to be fair.
sure every person you've asked has probably put something out about you. Or most.
He's not wrong. You messaged us
Fuck.
first on the 6th of Jan saying, "Hey guys, we're playing on the Feb the 6th in Castle. Feel free to come and see."
Oh
us."
yeah, but that was around the same time.
Well, let's call it a compromise.
Love your- Love your art style, by the way.
See,
Shit.
I'm being genuine. I probably DM'd you because I thought those are some nice fonts. But I'm just a sucker for a nice font.
I think it's quite good that you're involved with the design side as well, because I think like the branding of a band
It matters,
is
man.
It
just
changes.
as important as the
So
music they're
much.
putting out. 100%.
He does all of our like artwork and.
Yeah, I saw the
all that.
T-shirt. I'm expecting one of them Courting Extra T-shirts.
I'm gonna do it. To be honest, we might get them printed pretty soon.
I reckon you should. Did sell. I like
it was like last night when I was and he messaged me saying, what do you think of this design? I felt quite bad because he's doing all his work for our band. I know it's me, just like playing Skyrim. Like, hey, I've got come up with this. It's a design for a T-shirt for a band, and I was like, I've got that, mate.
You're like, lad, hold on, I'm in Whiterun. Calm down. I'm slaying dragons here. To be honest, I'd rather be playing Skyrim than designing t-shirts.
Don't start on Dragons again.
I
I'm gonna get fucking nightmares.
After
But we-
your nightmare, lad. To be honest, I'd rather have a Skyrim dragon.
Anything that's
Yeah.
fucking
yeah, fucking Disney Dragon.
It's a Disney fucking character.
DreamWorks, isn't it? DreamWorks.
Yeah,
it's
I don't give a
Yeah,
shit. I'm having it
yeah.
tied up in there.
DreamWorks.
Never again.
I know. I think it's like really like when you think of the best bands, they have a brand as well, and I think that's really important, and a lot of people forget about that.
I'm not a big fan, but like the 1975, their aesthetic is
They brand it.
Very much
nice.
recently as well.
Yeah, like after like in their last album, the graphic design like is so fit. Like I email Matthew Healy at least once a week. I don't even like their music. I'm like alright, man.
Just put that in your email. Hey man, I don't really like your music, but
I think you're pretty shit, but your graphics are alright.
No, I said genuinely he put out like his pinned tweet. It's like, email us songs you like so we can sign them. And I was like, alright, Matt. I was like,
Alright,
and my
fair play.
emails get a bit more jokey every time. I think the last one was along the lines of like, yes, fella. Like,
Oh, you know him now, like.
just
Or-
pretend you know.
alright.
I am that lad.
Alright,
how's it going?
My G. Here's a song, give it a listen. He's yet to get back to us.
I reckon. How many emails do you reckon it'll take until he does? Because I reckon there will be a point where he does get back.
I shit, you know, I've said about 8. I
reckon they're rookie numbers, Sam. You need to pump them up.
I might, you know.
I reckon it needs to be at least 5 a week.
Catch Matty Healy, they're getting like 10 emails tonight. Or like maybe I'll do the workaround, I'll start emailing like his dad. I'll get on to Tim.
Till he goes to go see his dad for a fucking brew and he's like, this guy
Who the
keeps
fuck
messaging
is
me.
Sean?
He's like, who the fuck is this corn, lad? They've emailed me about 50 times. I'm like, sign me, Matty, please. I'm only here for the graphic design. I want some. I reckon his font collection is outstanding.
Wait, he doesn't do the graphic design. I was going to say. Okay.
To be honest though, he's pretty rich, so it wouldn't surprise me. He could have some nice fonts. Like just a little tail end. I was looking up fonts last night.
I can tell you how to get free fonts off the podcast if you want.
Oh, believe me. I'm onto the cheats.
I reckon.
Oh, they have a fucking...
I spend a lot of my time doing design stuff. Basically, I started off as a graphic designer. Yeah. I did it all through school and through college, and then I got a job and I kind of got made into a web developer. No, it's way before you were involved.
Was it?
Oh no, it wasn't actually. Yeah.
You're pretty shit back then.
So yeah, I did design and then I went into web development. So graphic design, that's pretty much what I've done all my life and stuff.
I love it. See, like I do graphic design at uni, but I don't really want to do it. I like music more, but it's like I can't do a degree in music because I don't know shit about music.
All plays it course, doesn't it? Like
yeah, exactly.
How this graphic design you do now can be used in the music as well.
Which fair, as long as you play fucking good music, which you clearly do.
You'll take care of yourself.
Yeah, I'll say like it's really good that he does it because we don't have to like
money
outsource to other people. Say hey, can
it gives you a massive
this like poster for us album
art. They are expensive.
It gives you a massive step forward as well, just because you look more established if you have decent graphics. Yeah.
Like, there's so many bands that like I sound like such a dick, but if I like go on their profile and I see like shit art, I'm like I don't like it.
Oh no, I think 90% of people who do that probably will think the same thing, because I think
judging
it's
a
very
book by its
important.
cover, innit?
Yeah, and I mean
you
shouldn't, but if at first you see
cover.
the brand of it's shit, you're less likely to listen to the music.
There's so much of it out there. Like when we do it, like when you're looking for like new music and stuff like that, there's pages and pages and pages of band. And if something catches you out, you do look at it.
Yeah, because you get bored looking.
And the amount of people you're on Spotify, and there's not even any artwork, whatever, and you're like, have they actually put any effort into this? And it sounds bad, but like you subconsciously go, it's just subconscious things.
Well, I think I'm quite prejudiced because I'm looking for the design because it's my thing. So
I feel like that's the thing. I think like when you like do a lot of art and design too, you're like trained to see it, and if it's not what you want, you're like shit.
Oh, it's a nightmare. Whenever
I
post on
would
Instagram,
listen to a band based off their fucking album cover.
You're so anal with it though.
Yeah.
Whenever I post on Instagram, you delete some of my posts sometimes. Like, he actually deletes me. He's like, that's not quality enough, mate.
Aesthetic, man. It's got. I get it. See, I'm a bit of a dick. No one else has social media access, despite how much they want. Because I'm like, nah.
Yeah, I'm surprised I gave it you. To be
imagine our relationship. Because I'm like the most like easy. Like when it comes to dance stuff, I don't have a fucking clue what is going on. Like some of the stories I'll post are just like it's just a it's just a video.
Stories.
It's just
Make
a
sure
video.
the text is in the right place in the story.
Yeah, then he's like, that text is too big that you've put on. I'm like, so I
delete your story and I'm like,
so he'll delete the whole story, then do it, and the text will be like an inch smaller, and he'll be like, that's how it should be done, mate. And I'm
see,
like,
the perk is like because obviously I do like design uni. All my friends are designers, so I have like a network of people. So when I was doing that t-shirt last night, before I even sent it to like the band, I was like, graphic design uni chat. Yeah. What are we saying, lads? Yeah. And then it's like an actual network of like artistic feedback, which is quite nice. Yeah. Especially when I feel like that doesn't really count for much when you're doing t-shirts, because like just because a graphic designer likes it doesn't mean someone's gonna buy it. Because I feel like when you've got
more of a chance.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like we have like a different taste though. You know what I mean? Like when you do graphics, you're exposed to a different type of design. You know, like that nice, clean Helvetica point text, and you put everything in like.
Me and Sean are sat looking at each other like.
but you notice it, and a lot of the other people don't. But subconsciously, they will prefer something over something else. Not because they know much about it, but they can notice when something looks good and they don't know why.
Yeah.
But they will know, and that's why they'll buy your t-shirts.
When I uploaded that design yesterday, and I was sending it to like my friends, I was like talking. I was like, I didn't mean to do it, but I think the composition is like really good. And then I basically went, I really like the little guy. I was like, thanks, Sam. like just the difference in opinion. I'm like talking about like the composition.
Sean sat on Skyrim like that's pretty good. Cheers.
Yeah. I approve. Print that one.
Can you still get on Skyrim now?
Yeah, I've got it on PC, so yeah. Well, it's on a PS4 though as well.
I really want to play Skyrim.
They made like a remastered edition, didn't they?
There's like 2 different.
Oh, did I fucking play Skyrim?
I never played a lot of games. I never played Skyrim.
There's like the special edition and the legendary edition, and there's all these different editions.
Honestly, the worst thing I've ever said to my mum, and this really did hurt me. She bought one day. She'd never ever buy me a video game or anything. When I was like 15, she brought Skyrim home like when it first got released. And I literally just looked at it and went, Mum, what is that? Like, why have you bought me that? It's a dragon game. It's awful. So I was like, take it back. It's awful. I felt so bad that because I actually bought the game like 6 months later and played it, and then I did not stop playing it for like for months. And then after a bit, I was, oh yeah, I told her. After a bit, I was like, Mum, you know, I am actually really sorry about that time I sent you that game. And Mum, like when like mums come in, they're like dead happy. They're like, I've got you this, like dead proud of himself. Yeah. I'm like, Mum, that's dog shit. I'll get me FIFA. Like, go get me something something interesting. Like, I felt so bad, and yeah, best game ever.
See, I was quite late to like getting like a nice Xbox, and when I did, like the first game I ever played, I was in like year 8, and I got Skyrim. It was like the first game I played.
You can't stop.
And I was like, oh shit! I played it for like 5 days a week.
Mate, I picked it overnight out. I was still playing it at like 18, and my mates would be like, "You coming to the pub tonight?" I'd be like, "No, I'm pretty ill tonight."
Killing dragons.
It got to a stage where I didn't go to the gym. I'd do like a few press ups in my dad's room, and then walk back into my room and play Skyrim, and that was it. I was like, no gym, no fucking anything, no night out, just Skyrim all the way through.
With my archery
8 hours.
I hadn't played in ages, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start a new
character.
Skyrim playthrough.
Different species.
So I want to play Minecraft again.
Oh my god.
I never played that.
That gives me flashback.
I think that's a graphic design thing, right? You know, I think it is.
Maybe.
I think it is.
But
You'd be so fucking anal with Minecraft.
Oh, I loved it.
I built some nice houses on there. Like, but the thing is,
fucking hell,
I played it when I was like 10, and back then, like this is embarrassing. But my Wi-Fi is Tesco. I got Tesco Wi-Fi.
I'm on Tesco Mobile.
See, here's the thing. When we started, they gave me a Tesco email. So I had a
Tesco?
A Sean at Tesco.net. And then
it's like you worked at Tesco. Like,
yeah, exactly. And recently, they've deleted their whole email server because it's been like bought out by Vodafone.
Yeah. You sign in with your email, don't you?
Well, it's better than. Please
tell me email for it.
What's Courting with?
Don't
say
Gmail. No, we're Gmail. We're classy.
What you should do is buy a domain name. You don't have to put a website up, and you can just use the emails for it. So our email's like info in the .city. Our domain name costs us 400 quid.
Oh yeah.
Wait, actually, when it renews, we paid 80 quid up front.
In the .city.
In July when it renews, and we've not made a penny off this.
In fact, we probably spent about $5,000 because every time
we spent a lot of money.
We make no money off this because every single time we go out, it turns into like we do one of these. It's a day sesh. We go to a gig. It's like a day sesh basically because we'll build up to the gig. It's the most expensive hobby in the world.
You're not making a good cause with the domain name idea. We're sticking with a nice little Gmail because it's free.
It is free.
What's the thing that they use for social media? Like a tree? What is it?
Linktree.
Yeah.
That is an invention.
I mean, how simple is that idea? And it's only just come about. It's fucking
someone's made a fortune off that.
Yeah, I don't even pay. Account.
You get full features for free.
I don't pay, but if you want more, you have to pay, which is clever.
What else can you get?
Well, if you want to put more links in.
How many fucking links are you going to have? Like, you can have a Spotify, like,
or
your Instagram, your Facebook.
Have your Linktree and link to another Linktree, last link.
Fucking sorted, lad.
That's like, fucking
big brain
that's
idea.
That's a link garden.
Link garden.
Link forest. You said.
Link orchard.
We put all of our ticket links. So you just go on it, every single gig is there.
And if you had 5 gigs on, you'd have to pay premium unless the last link is another Well, you have to.
Is it 5?
I don't know how many. It might be a few more.
I
but it's a
swear,
certain
you get
amount.
quite a few, you know.
Oh dear.
Because we've
All
got,
right,
we've
might
got
be a
like
bit
10
more.
on there. And I'm
All
like,
right, fair enough.
completely free with a little custom avatar. I'm like, haha. The premium's something like 200 quid.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I know.
I'm not fucking paying. Like, we can't afford t-shirts, never mind. £200
I bet-
website.
Premium link
Do
tree.
you sell many t-shirts?
We sold 80.
Yeah, we did.
80?
Yeah.
£800.
hell.
We sell them for a tenner. That's the thing.
Not 80. That's really good.
Innit? Like, we sell,
You're so much bigger than like your letter when you speak. Like,
Yeah.
you've got
It
9,000.
sounds like you're about to take off.
9,000 like weekly listeners, whatever it is.
You're selling
selling
fucking
80
800
t-shirts.
quid's worth of t-shirts.
80's a lot.
Imagine
of t-shirts.
imagine buying selling 80 t-shirts with a band which have got like one song out maybe at a time.
it's nice. It's,
Exactly.
Well, you see, I don't think many people like. See, I'm not too proud of the design I did on the first t-shirt.
I'm like that.
No,
You sold
I'm like
80
that.
of them, so it can't be that bad.
I think people just bought it because they like that band.
I'm never satisfied with my design. No, but people would have bought that because of the design as well.
I hope so. Yeah. Yeah. It like.
You don't
Yeah.
buy a t-shirt which looks shit.
That's
Fundamentally, you don't.
I've still got one. I've kept it, but like, I don't know. I feel like yeah. I hope it does take off somewhere because that's how we pay to record all the songs we've done.
A lot of people rely on merch and stuff
So
like that.
many people say that. Like
It's
when you
the
go
only
see
way.
when you go see gigs, so many people just say.
Well, tickets don't really.
No, we
They
don't.
just about cover it, don't they? Really.
Well, that's half the issue with.
I said, like with Glasgow, we got our transport paid for us, and that
Yeah.
was it. We didn't actually get paid any. Well, our fee for playing was
Just covered the
well,
transport.
yeah,
covering the
exactly.
transport.
So
Well, that's like why we don't put gigs on. Like one of the reasons why we don't. There's not a lot of money.
There's
in
a,
just
yeah,
putting
there's a lot of money to lose in
To
putting
be
events on.
fair, if you're like the promoter, I reckon you're sorted. Like,
It's about having the audience as well, though.
You've got to sell it out. Like
You've got to
We
have
have
at
looked
least
at
a little
doing
bit of an audience built up, so
Yeah.
it's like, oh, they've put another gig on. It's usually good when they put one on, so we'll go to it anyway.
A lot of our like
It's
friends.
like with Now Wave.
A lot of our friends that we do this with, like we go to gigs and you see the same people there all the time, and they do put gigs on themselves. And when you chat to them about it, it's a lot of work. Off the off chance you might make
Where I was
a
last
bit
night.
of money. Like it's not mega money for like unless you get. A sellout
depends what you
gig.
do with the band, I guess. Like for example, there's a place in Liverpool called Sound Basement. We play that with our promoter. It costs £100 to rent out, and it fits 120 people. Say you book two
Which you make a
bands,
fortune then, don't
they
you?
do 50 tickets each. You sell each ticket £5, so that's £500. You pay both band £100. You made £200 for no work.
Yeah,
That's pretty easy.
that's true.
That's £100 profit.
And a
each
lot of the
month.
places in Manchester, they're completely free to rent out as well.
A lot of them are free.
fair.
And who sells tickets for a £5 these days? Like we specifically put our headline show at £5 because we thought there's gonna be booking fees anyway, and we don't want to like make it
Yeah.
twat out
Yeah.
our fans. Like if you're already coming and you might buy a t-shirt, we're not gonna charge you over the odds.
Yeah.
So we leave it at £5.
You can't complain for a fiver at all.
We're back.
Here for a piss.
We've been for piss. We have no idea.
Yeah,
where
we've
we
just
left
been
off.
trying to work out what we've been talking about, but we
Let's
don't
have
have
a
a
quick fire round. Ask us a question.
Ooh,
This is rapid.
moving a little bit, Luke, see on camera. Oh, that's a very good one.
This is the hot seat.
They're gonna start getting cliche now, though.
Welcome
aren't
to
they?
the hot seat.
Yeah, is there any non-cliche quickfire
I
like
can't
tea or
go-
coffee?
Tea. I don't like coffee, you know.
I only drink coffee.
See, that's
I like
like
coffee.
Would you have espresso martini?
I've never had one.
Wait, let's do a cliche quickfire round.
Go on.
Okay.
Go on. Here's. Can we ask some back?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Who's going first?
Well, that was our icebreaker there. So it's your turn. Go on.
Favorite type of toothpaste?
Okay, this is where we're going. All right.
No, the
I can
green
vibe
one.
with
The
this.
green ones.
The green. That's not.
Like brand? You mean brand?
Yes.
Yeah, but you know what I mean by the green.
I'm gonna
ones.
say Arm and Hammer. You know, like that.
Fuck, I've never used
I don't.
that one.
I don't like that.
Taste of fish.
No, that's the one that
they-
fucking cleans it mega.
But
Like,
It just
No.
tastes disgusting.
What do
though.
I have?
Soda?
I'm on
strips
airwaves. Not airwaves. That's fucking. I just use chewing gum, mate. No, what's it called? Fucking the one with 3 stripes in it.
Colgate.
No.
Aquafresh.
It's
Aquafresh.
Aquafresh. That's the one. Not airwaves. Yeah.
Right, your turn.
Ooh.
It's hardcore.
Favorite beer.
Ooh.
Hot house.
Hop House.
Hot house.
I might
That's a
be,
deer beer, that.
It is.
I
Bit
might,
expensive
I
though,
might be
but
inclined to agree.
nice.
I do enjoy a nice IPA, but I've not drank beer in a while. I
You're
went through a
cider.
phase.
Cider.
I went through a hardcore beer phase, and I've kind of like I drank so much that I've kind of pulled myself back, and I've gone back to like year 10 alcohol, like juicy ciders.
White lightning.
I only drink cider or like whiskey. That's it.
Oh, that
I know.
cider or whiskey.
That's an
You have a strong boy in one hand and a fucking Glenfiddich in the other.
Tennessee honey whiskey is the nicest thing.
Okay, your turn.
Oh shit! You know what? I only had one question. Right?
I've got another one lined up.
Oh,
now.
go on.
shit.
It's alcohol related.
Sean,
What?
ask now.
Oh, that's mine.
Go on.
I've got a question.
Well, you need to. Beanies or baseball caps?
Baseball caps, 100%.
Oh, no apps.
You want to see me in a fucking beanie? It's a sight. It's really bad. Like, I wish I could wear one. I can't. Same
You
with
look
the
like you're
caps.
bald, but you're covering it up when you
Yeah,
you wear a
I've got a big
beanie.
forehead. So. Wait,
I think it's because you like tuck it up and then.
Yeah,
put
I
it
know.
on.
Right. No, fuck, I'm not
Go
putting
on,
it back.
go
Not
on.
doing a hairline reveal on a podcast.
Hot
Wait,
tea?
Sambuca or tequila?
Sambuca.
Sambuca.
Tastes nicer.
It does. Tequila's fucking
Tequila's too
horrible.
much of an effort to get it down. You've got to
What?
do the salt
I enjoy the
and
effort
the
though.
lime.
I enjoy the theatrics.
I
Tequila,
occasionally switch up what I'm drinking because it's becoming too easy to drink something. So that's why I switched to Guinness, because I didn't like it. And I thought,
What?
get used to this one and then find a new challenge.
Fair play.
No, I did Guinness
I
because
like
I
Guinness.
don't get hangovers off Guinness.
Oh, that's how we drink.
See, my dad's a massive Guinness fan, so I'm
It's
kind
good
of
Guinness.
I only
easy on
drink
me,
Guinness really.
But I don't know.
I don't get hangovers at all ever off of Guinness.
I've never.
Alright, well, might get a few more in, right?
No, 'cause I've got work. We've been through this.
I've never had a hangover in my life, no matter how much I drink. Never. I just don't.
You
My head's just
insane
like-
boy.
It depends what you define a hangover as.
That's true.
Is it when you've got a headache or just where you
When
can't
you've got an
fucking
hangover,
move?
no, you know when you've got an hangover.
Yeah. If we're just classing as feeling a little bit shit the next day, then.
Everyone feels a little
Yeah,
bit shit, don't they?
And like when I was like
What is that, the alcohol or
16.
sleep?
I was completely fine. At 17, I was fine. 18, I was like, Then 19, it got a bit worse. When I was 20, I was like, oh no.
I swear you
And
can
it's gonna
drink
get
more when
worse
you're
and worse.
younger.
Get older.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't reckon I like. I drank more alcohol when I was like 15 than I
Got it all out of the way.
No, I thought when I was 15, I think I used to get drunk more, but I drank less alcohol. Like I remember, like when I was 16, so when I go to a party, I'd have like 4 cans of Stella, and I'd be fucking steaming, like throwing up.
I was always the one who was sick everywhere. Like at every party. I remember a certain time.
You can drink now though.
I can now
You can
because
put
I
wine.
trained myself back when I was 13. I remember all that. My sister
look
got
at the
back from like
element.
Zante or something, so she got me a little present. Very bad sister because I was about 14 at the time. Maybe younger. And she bought me a fucking bottle of peach schnapps. And I thought, oh, I'm not getting any other booze. I don't want to ask my mum and dad. Fucking God forbid ask my mum and dad for booze at 14. So I just took this bottle of peach schnapps to the party and I just drank it straight out of the
Drunk a
bottle.
bottle of peach schnapps.
Whole bottle straight, just the
Oh, that's
whole
gotta
bottle
be
straight
so
down.
bad for you.
And
How
I-
much sugar's in that?
16, 18%?
Yeah, it's stronger than
like it's really strong
stronger than a
bottle
can
of
of
wine.
Foster's,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
How much
And,
sugar's in that though?
I was I don't know, but I thought, oh, it'd be a good idea if I just nip on that trampoline they've got in the back garden. So I went bouncing up a trampoline, fucking sick all over the trampoline. Good
I
times.
have the exact same story to be fair. So I can't even retell that. You know, like I don't know. I just really like Fireball. I've got a thing for Fireball.
I've been sick.
It tastes better
I
than
hate
normal.
it, mate. I absolutely hate
It's
it.
more shottable, I think. 'Cause it's not as like you don't go like
Yeah.
it just burns. You don't have like it in your throat. I don't
Oh, I
think.
can't stand it, mate. I think it's the cinnamon taste that gets me. I fucking can't
I
stand it.
compare it to like snorting a gingerbread man. That's how I feel. I think it's pretty great. Like, I like Fireball with Red Bull. That's a taste.
Fireball with Red Bull.
Yeah, because you've got like
Never
the
had
most
that.
energy ever.
Must be a Scouse thing, that first time I've
To be
heard
fair, I don't know anyone else.
Which
who has
actually leads on to my next question, which was Manchester or Liverpool.
that. Ooh.
That's rough. I feel like, well, to be honest, I feel
Is
very
it-
inclined to say Liverpool.
Yeah. I feel like I'm
not rough.
You're gonna get hung when you go home if you say Manchester.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm starting to appreciate Manchester more just because I'm here a lot more. Like
Yeah.
I was there on Tuesday, and then I was here for our gig like 2 weeks ago. So I'm here a lot more now.
I think-
Until Liverpool gets a yes.
Yeah.
Manchester scores some
Music
points.
scene in Liverpool or music scene in Manchester.
If there's more bands play in Manchester though, so
But no bouncer has knocked me back in Liverpool. So
Shouldn't have a fake ID, should you?
to be fair, the last time I went to Yes properly and didn't get knocked back was when the fella from the Smiths was doing a DJ set in the main bar. Yes, Mike Joyce.
Oh, right, yeah,
And
they do a lot of weird
They get
DJ
some
sets.
proper DJ sets.
He
I've
bought me
never
a
had-
pint.
They've had an Idols DJ set as well. They have
The,
an
boun- the
Idols
bouncer
set.
didn't buy you a pint,
No,
did he?
but Mike Joyce did. That was a good laugh. We bought Mike Joyce some Jaeger. And he bought us all pints, so we were having pints with him while he had like New Order on. We were like, yes, in the front. What a sound fella. We got a picture with him too, but he was fucked. It was so funny because like I swear his daughters were there, And then some went lad and also went, Mike, shots, and he went, shots, and his daughters were like, no dad, come on, we need to go out.
Not this again, we know what happens.
It was good fun, to be honest. He played some decent tunes. He started off on like the indie shit. Like, there was a bit where he played like Gorillaz. No, he played Blair, followed by Happy Mondays into like Dare by Gorillaz, which I thought was really clever because, you know, he's got a bit of both on and he's combined. I was like, this man
keeping everyone happy. Everyone happy.
Yeah.
Good play, Chess.
It's the same people, isn't it? 'Cause Dare, that is coming up. That's Sean Ryder for the Happy Mondays.
Yeah,
then
exactly.
Damon Albarn.
Yeah. So I thought
wait, I just got it. That's fucking clever.
See, that was clever. So you like played Blair.
I had to
was
think
like,
about that.
It was right, and I thought this man's thought his set list through.
He's definitely thought that through.
Clever guy. And like, I was reading a lot about that song, like how it wasn't actually meant to be like Dare, like he's meant to say there, but his accent's so strong.
Oh no, it makes sense.
Yeah,
well, it's coming up, it's there. Yeah, that would make a lot more sense than it's
that is
there.
a much shitter lyric than Dare. There's a question, best Blair album.
I don't know many Blur albums, to be fair.
Whoa.
I don't think I could name one.
Really?
Honestly.
Same.
That's a shame.
Honestly.
Oh, no.
I listened to Blur.
Yeah.
Not
The one with the greyhound on.
Do you know you can say like
which one's
you're
that, the
a fan
orangey one?
at the races?
I don't know that name. I fucked my own game.
Like I listen to him, but I'm not a fan to. Oh, just carry on, the camera's going on. To a certain extent, I don't know when you can say you're a fan. I listen to him, but I wouldn't say I was a fan. Like I wouldn't really follow him around going to gigs, but I like him.
Have you ever listened to like 13?
I don't think so.
It's fucking sick. It's like they copy it off like Pavement, and it's just really good. But it doesn't sound like a Blair album. It's got like Tender on, and Coffee and TV.
Oh, I like Coffee and TV. That's a tune.
See, but there's also like songs on that album which are like 9 minutes of noise. It's really interesting. To be honest,
very obscure.
To see a band like Blair do that, it's quite interesting.
I'd love to be able to like go back and do what we're doing now, but in that era. So like go back to like the early 90s and then see how different it actually is.
This is the new era.
That's what I mean. Like, would you know if you were in it? Like, because
you wouldn't know.
Looking back now, you go like, you go back 2 years, and then like the Blinders were coming up, and there's like the bands like that are getting pretty big now. 2 years ago, you wouldn't have known that they were going to go where they're going. So it's
I think that's like the definition of a classic. Like an album's not a classic album until it's stood the test of time. So you'll never really know if you're involved in the actual scene unless you're looking back on it. Really.
That's a really good point. I feel like you look at a lot of like past scenes with a lot of like romanticism because they look really cool in the past. Yeah. And I guess it gets you wondering, like, do you think like maybe the scenes we're in like now, like have all scenes been a bit shit and only look really cool? When you
because you look back and you only listen to the parts of it that are good. Like, so you look back and you go like, oh fuck, you know, like every album, like every album, every song I listened to from them was amazing. It's like, yeah, but you only listen to the good stuff because the bad stuff you're not going to listen to. So
I think a lot of it is nostalgia. If you was involved in that scene at the time, you probably wouldn't look back at it as fondly as if you missed out on it. Yeah. Because you want to try and get involved in it when you wasn't there. I think there's something happening right now, me personally.
There's enough fucking bands.
There's a reason why we're doing this right now.
And there's a reason why, like, I mean, we've touched on it about fucking 50 times this podcast, but like, Yes Bar's doing so well. Like, all the little, they talk about like these independent venues closing. In Manchester, they are not closing. Like, they're getting more frequent.
Getting busier and busier.
Yeah. Like the White Hotel. Have you been to the White Hotel?
Oh, that's
it's a car garage, like literally a car garage that they just stripped out, on like an industrial estate.
Do you know like where you've got a car and it's like raised up, and then there's someone in a pit underneath it fixing it. They've got that little pit there still, and they serve drinks out of
That's
it.
the
There's a bar in it.
So
there's some woman handing her fucking drinks up like this.
So you walk up and you're like 2 San Miguel's please, and they'll pass them up like that. And then you pass the money down. But there's like no health and safety, no, like they've still got the shutters there, they've still got like shit from cars hanging around.
That's sick though.
And Warmdusher played there the other week, Lazarus Kane played there.
I remember to Fechler in Bristol.
Is that like a similar kind of vibe?
Oh, it's a boat. On a boat, that's so sick.
Well, you gotta do like buy a ticket then get on the boat.
I presume
like a boat party,
yeah.
like.
Yeah, but it's like a nightclub.
What the fuck?
So it's docked up, it's never moved, the boat.
Yeah. But that must be pretty sick.
Good if it fucking sails around like
that. It's like on the water, just
not if you're pissed.
I don't think I'd trust myself on that, there's no fucking chance.
Jumping off.
Yeah, once you've had a drink.
It's just like parked in a dock. Yeah. Okay, fair.
It kind of reminds me of like the episode like Always Sunny though.
Where he's talking
about like the implication, where he's like, what about that scares me.
the implications.
Yeah, like I don't particularly want to be on that.
And the sea in Bristol's going to be pretty cold as well if you fall overboard.
Yeah, like 4 a.m. I'm off my cake. I don't particularly want to be on a boat. So like, in theory, I really want to go to.
You want to be on a boat, but sober looking ahead, it's a bad idea.
Or like
In the Caribbean, maybe.
when you're in
Yeah.
town,
Not
and
in
you-
Bristol.
when you're in town, you're just like, I want to go on now. We can't because you're on a boat somewhere.
Well, actually, can like convince the captain.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a good point.
Lad lift.
Just shut the fucking anchor out. Everyone off.
We're going France. We're going
Lost orders.
That must be pretty sick though.
The definition of a lock-in, really, though, isn't it? If you get fucking out at sea,
Yeah, fucking hell.
it ain't getting you off, is it?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely a market for like interesting clubs. Like,
Yeah, there is. There's
not
behind
too
closed
many.
doors, which is down there, which is
It's not really music though, is it?
it's not music, but it's interesting. Like it's literally it's like a pawn shop that's like, well, I mean pawn shop, not like a PA. It's an actual pawn, like titty porn, like.
Titty porn.
It's like you walk in and the menus are all like no, because there's like old typewriter
Yeah.
porn.
What kind of porn you watching? Titty porn.
there's old typewriter porn, as in like I'm going to sell something,
Yeah.
and there's titty
To be
porn,
fair,
as in I'm
that's
going to
where my
watch
head
it.
went. I thought you meant
No, it's
like-
not that. Like, that's what I was trying to get away from.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
you don't really. Pawn shop sounds like a pawn shop.
Titty
doesn't it?
pawn shop.
Not a titty porn. Yeah.
Well, this is like titty porn.
This
It's
is
Yeah.
like
titty porn.
the good,
like
the
you
good kind of porn.
it's all on the walls and like stuff like that.
Mm.
Good
That,
porn.
that's quite cool though.
It's porn you buy, like not porn you take to sell.
To be
Got you.
fair, you can buy both kinds of porn though.
I'm not saying I
You
buy
can.
porn.
Does anyone pay for? Do you know anyone who pays for a subscription to porn? Do you? Have you ever
No,
paid?
I don't.
I don't know a single person.
It's a lot of money when it's free,
How
isn't
do
it?
they make any money off it?
I think it's quite
Good
interesting.
quality.
Like I saw on Twitter the other day, some girl was like posting about like her OnlyFans page making like 50 grand. I was like, good on ya.
Oh, it goes
Like,
off.
that's
That
fucking
absolutely goes off.
If I was a girl, I'd be right on it. 50 grand for like easy. I like our lads that easy to convince to like subscribe to things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You'd be surprised.
All it is about the teasing, and then you're like, right now, if you want to actually see it, pay me
£10
15
a
quid,
month.
yeah, tenner, and then
What?
they'll fucking buy it. Of course they will.
You need to get.
Lads are weird, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I think
Indeed,
they're
we
fucking
are.
pretty
Sex driven.
straightforward.
So then you have all the lads on Twitter complaining about it, like, but you're the ones paying. So shut
The
up.
ones complaining are the ones that are paying.
Yeah,
100%.
that's the thing.
You're
Yeah,
paying.
Buster, you're paying. Like, yeah. I don't know, it's just a bit weird, isn't it? Like, I feel like that's quite interesting. Like, if we're really just taking this podcast like to any direction,
Any
Like-
direction at all.
like the gender pay gap of like porn stars is insane.
I've never read into that.
You know what? It's mental.
What's Johnny Sins on? I bet you know that, isn't it?
like,
Kieran Lee.
like it's like the
Don't
utter
know any of these, I ain't
reverse.
getting involved in this.
I bet like the only like job or industry where women are paid more than
Significantly
more than
porn.
men is porn.
Yeah,
Which is
because men are just
paid a
fucking
lot.
volunteering.
Yeah, that's true because women are completely in control of the sex situation, so they can get paid more.
That's like a positive feminist thing, though, I'd suggest.
Good on them.
Well, I mean, if you want equality, that's not equality. So
True.
fucking
Equal-
boycott.
Equal
boycott.
porn. Equal porn pay.
Boycott porn.
But I think, like, I don't think the lads will be complaining they're getting paid less.
I was watching, you know, like
I wouldn't.
Whoa, where are you going with this?
Louis through
Oh right,
at
yeah,
the
of course.
brothel. No, wait. There's an episode where he like speaks to porn
I've seen
stars,
that. I think
and
I've seen that one.
it's quite revealing because he's like talking to like this pair after they just had a shag on the couch, and he's like saying like, oh, what's it like? And they're like, there's genuinely a connection as well. Like even though you're getting paid for it, like we
I've seen
both
that,
have
yeah.
partners at home, but we do like each other. And you're like that's interesting. Like it like
My girlfriend came home one day and said, Luke, I've got a new job. I'd be like, there ain't no fucking chance. I'd be like, there is no chance.
There's,
Yeah, that's a
there's
different
a
question.
fella on that episode actually. Is like his girlfriend is a porn star,
What?
and like or like yeah,
How does that swing?
and they
Like,
like,
how
and they
does-
like send in the offers and they discuss it together, and it's quite interesting.
Why
'cause,
don't you
like,
just do it with her?
don't know.
That's not porn, then, really, is it? That's just having.
To be fair,
Unless-
there's,
unless you
there's
put it
probably a
on.
lot of people who do that. That's probably like best.
Yeah, well, you've got the explosion of Pornhub community now, so you've got it all out there now. So I mean,
I don't know anything about that, Luke, so...
of course you do.
But he's
Of
talking.
course you do. Fuck off. You know nothing about that.
He's talking
Every time you get your phone out, you've got fucking porn on it every single time. Going at the bar to pay for a Guinness, fucking phone pops up, Pornhub. And he's got his Vaseline out.
What's to my lips.
Of course it is.
But she's like getting offers, and like the fella is like complaining because he's like, no, I don't think that's fair on me, and she's like, well, Paul, do you want a new fucking car or not? And like, that's quite interesting. Like, you know, if I was with someone and they were like,
I wouldn't date like a new car.
And they were like, you've got, I've got to shag someone else, but you get a car. I'd be like,
It's a difficult one, that.
You're
really
blurring
is.
the lines.
And it's like, oh, your missus is just shagging.
It's quite interesting, though, isn't it? Like
it's a job, and that's what you have to think of it as. It's a job.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's just a dirty job.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I think there's a lot of like interest and like moral values attached to like evolving.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Like at what point is like, you know, if you were going out with someone and they were a porn star, is what point is the jealousy that you show like left in like stereotypes, or is that like a genuine human emotion? Are we like built to feel jealous, or are we more built to be like polyamorous?
I think it's.
We're getting deep here right now.
Yeah, I think it's more of a just something that's ingrained in us, really. Because it goes back to mating, doesn't it? And if someone else is mating with someone who you want to be, you're the beta, and then they're the alpha.
Yeah.
And it's just that kind of thing.
Evolutionary psychology.
They call it before this becomes like the Thinky Rogan show, and we start talking like beta males and like but like I think it's quite interesting. Like, would you if your girlfriend was a porn star, or you was with her before and she got into it, would you stay with her, or what? It depends on the scenario, doesn't it? Like, I think there's too many variables though. Like
no, that's true.
What kind of porn is your girlfriend doing? That's the question.
Okay. Yeah.
I think a lot of it's insecurity.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like, you know, if I was like, if I was going out with someone and they were also a porn star, and then like the fella they were shagging, you know, he's like
having
6
a really
foot
big
5,
Yeah.
like 6 pack. I'd probably be a bit jealous. I'd be like, fucking hell. But you know, if it's like what's that really old fella called?
Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, like, I probably wouldn't be that
Fucking
old.
do it.
I'd probably. But then again, you know, if you get friends with him, I'd be like, fucking hell.
Yeah, fair play.
Step up the game, maybe.
It's the weirdest podcast I've ever.
This is good. But the whole idea of porn is that you have multiple
I'm
partners.
just trying not to say anything incriminating while I'm on this. So the less I say, the better, really.
A little bit of Tame Impala in the podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
No,
Good colour. What do you think of Tame Impala? Do you like him?
I reckon that album Lonerism, banger. Currents is pretty solid too.
Yeah.
I'm not too into the new one, but
Just
Borderline is a tune.
I don't think I've listened to that.
Such a great song. You know, remixed it for the album and it bangs. But like, I'm not too into the rest of it. I'm more into like Pond.
I've not really listened to Pond much. I've listened to a couple of the tracks.
See, I feel kind of sly on them because they're always kind of like signed off as like Tame Impala's like spin-off band.
Yeah.
But they're actually pretty sick. I saw him at Reading like a few years ago, and he came into the crowd and started throwing his water bottle, and I was like, what the fuck?
Played Manchester in November, I believe.
When you mentioned earlier, when you said that you were going to like not stay tied to this like post-punk era, is there any chance that you could? You said you wanted to go like electric dance.
Not like fully.
Like, I mean, where are we going with that? Because
well, you know, like
you're
a
opening
few bangers.
You know, like ESG kind of shit, like
Yeah.
get a bit of disco in it. It's fun, isn't it? Like I'm trying to think of a good band that I like that does it. That does like that disco kind of stuff.
Like even like we were talking, and I was saying like, before what when we had the next songs recorded, and even like before football was released, I kind of had an idea. We had an idea of how that song was going to go down. I didn't actually expect it to go down as well as it did, but I just had the idea of how it was going to go down. But the next few ones we're planning on releasing, I'm a bit more, I'm a bit like I don't really know how or how in general these ones are going to go down. So it'll be quite interesting to see how it happens.
Like a Britpop song.
Do you reckon you'll be nervous when you release your next one? Because the last with the fact that you released football,
I'm nervous for it.
Well,
More expectation.
To be honest, it's got a saxophone, so no, I don't think we need to be nervous.
It slaps.
It's practically Baker
Nice.
Street.
Slaps.
It does
Half
have some.
yeah.
I hate to admit, like when we were like thinking about football at first, football was like the B-side. Like,
Well, B-side to this song.
pretty much, yeah. Like this is kind of
The next one, I remember like before we were in the studio, I didn't hate it, but like it was a lot of effort to play, and I was like, I wasn't too big on it. But then once we were in the studio and once it was done, I loved it.
what's it called?
David Byrne's Bad Side.
David what?
As in, like, the lead singer of the Talking Heads, like David Byrne. It's his bad side.
His bad side.
Which you
Bad
don't want
side,
to get on,
okay.
because he's a psycho killer.
But yeah, like, so like now, that's probably my favourite song of ours now. That
It's a
song,
good
but
laugh.
like it's different to Nottingham Man Football though.
It has a shot in it.
It goes like shot.
Yeah, it's like shot, which is great.
So it'd be interesting to see how this one goes.
Yeah.
on. And
The one after
the one
that.
after that as well.
That's good that you're doing them all different now. I
Yeah.
respect that.
When we're done with this, the next song we want to record, Hot Banger, innit? I've changed the
Do
name.
you reckon
to
you
that
could just
band.
release an album that's completely like
That's a
everything?
risk, innit?
Yeah.
Like with
It-
no genre, no theme.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Someone's got to do it.
I guess it's kind of like we're
Has
just seeing
anyone
where it
ever done
goes, and then
Of course,
maybe
yeah.
in the future we're hoping to find a bit more of a unified style.
Yeah.
But-
Well, I think you have to do the experimental stuff before you get your own genre anyway.
Yeah.
There's no point searching for a genre.
See, we've got some like weird songs right that we're just not recording. Like, but
Yeah, we've had a few songs that we're still kind of working on, but but like because of like the gig in Manchester and Glasgow and our headline soon,
Yeah.
we've kind of had to put it off a bit because we've got to
Yeah.
work on the set list a bit. But I think we've got enough time now between the Glasgow show and our headline in Liverpool to actually like work on some new songs and perhaps play some new songs at the one in Liverpool. So that should be interesting.
yeah,
Interesting times ahead, it sounds like.
we've got a few more to work on. Yeah.
Well, can we wrap it up?
Yeah, sure.
We've been going for a while. When's your next show
March 28th
at
Liverpool.
Phase 1 Liverpool.
Liverpool? Get down.
Get
20
down.
March.
Highly recommend getting down to that.
I'll
Yeah.
be down to that.
That'll be a good laugh. And then hopefully some more after that. We're also playing Sound City on the Sunday in May, and that's all we've announced.
You might have a few more.
And if
out
anyone
between
wants
them.
to book you,
It's true.
If anyone's boy.
how do we get in touch?
Our email is in our bio.
Go on.
I
Where-
know.
Where's your
Head over
bio?
to
Yeah,
Instagram.
what's your
Social
social
media.
stuff?
Tom.
At Courting Band.
Courtingband@gmail.com.
And what's your Instagram and
Courtingband.
Just Courting Band on both.
On everything.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There we
That's
go.
that's easy enough.
Mhm.
Well, it was really nice having you on. I think we're going to go down to Yes for another drink or so.
Thank
He's right.
Yeah.
You have been
yeah.
listening to
In the City.
In the
podcast.
City podcast.
Yeah. Cheers.
Alright, thank you.
Nice one.
You're
Cheers.
welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.